Good evening, folks. I'm Baroque, and welcome back to Avowed. After entering the city proper last time, being greeted with an arrow to the gut, we went around, had a natter with some NPCs, fought some entrepreneurial bandits in the street, and were introduced to a variety of characters on our way exploring the city. Still got to get to the other half of it. I'm surprised just how dense it was, how much we had to see, but we had a lot more to go. So without further ado, let's get stuck in. Hope you're all doing well this evening. The day's treated you kindly. Grab yourself a warm beverage. Come join me. Good evening, AJ. Hope you're alright, bub. Hope you had a good weekend. Oh, was a little off this morning, but we're alright now. Did intend to start up a little earlier, but had some housework being done, which meant drills on the room over. Wasn't sure the mic would not pick it up. Right, let's have a look at Hightown then. Here's hoping we are not immediately shot upon entry.
Hi, Margaret. Don't worry, it just gets fancier from here.
Fair point, Marius.
Clavager Aemond allowed these interlopers onto our streets. And where did it get him? Slain! Murdered!
Paradis will never bow to a deer!
Oh no.
The gods will make them pay!
You! A Deerin! You herald the end of our way of life! You are a scourge upon our city!
That's pretty good over here as well. What's going on?
The citizens of Paradis have come to hear the truth. They need to know what will befall us if we do not deal with you.
Okay. Whatever you want about the Empire, leave me out of it.
You represent everything they stand for. You will find no peace here.
Well, I can't really argue with that. I am technically the envoy. Oh, hello, don't mind me. Yoink. See how much better the game would have been introducing a crime system.
Do you really think the Adherents killed the Clavager?
Are you kidding? Even the High Inquisitor wouldn't do that. They know it turned the whole city against them.
I'm not sure.
The city is already
Still don't trust the ambassador.
They could take it from the inside.
Don't...
Oh, Hightown is, in fact, its own separate thing, not on the map in the same way. Interesting. Let's have a look about.
Protect your peace of mind.
Take it.
I'm telling you, that so-called Watcher is a fraud.
Excuse me, are you going to see the Watcher?
Depends. Wants to know.
Phaeton, at your service. I study the gods.
We know the
Respectfully,
Watcher
of
here
course.
is a fraud,
And
from what we've been
Theo here
told,
is a
but still want to go and
student of,
poke the bear.
Post-mortal cognition. I examine who we are in death and what we recall of it in life. Abstractly, of course.
We aren't animancers, in case you were concerned.
Why?
My friend and I are metaphysical philosophers, and we have hit a bit of a snag.
If you want to run, now's our chance.
Don't mind me. I'll be over by that building not caring an ounce about this.
I say Watchers are a hoax, and he says Watchers are magical, all-knowing windows into the afterlife.
I'm never sure unless you talk to the Watcher.
Ugh, I was afraid you were gonna say that.
You know the one outside of the city's fine.
Come on, it'll be fun. We'll go in together and learn all about your soul.
This
Usually
isn't
going to
a
get ripped
game,
off by the
but
one here.
Fine. Guess I'll try anything once.
Thank you for your perspective, Envoy. We'll trouble you no more.
You ever meet people who have too much free time on their hands?
Ugh, I'm...
Gods, I hope she can help. Please. Hear my prayers.
They say a strong soul can withstand this dream scourge. She'll see that mine's healthy, right?
Oh, is this the Watcher?
Hey, wait your turn!
I will not. I am the envoy.
Watcher sees all. The Watcher knows all.
You're a known charlatan. Hello.
Your soul, envoy.
Your very soul is in danger. The Watcher can see it. The Watcher knows. An envoy. A godlike. Two destinies come together. How curious.
I was warned you were a fraud.
Many fools who lack courage have called the Watcher such.
Delivers proof for expertise every day. You do not.
Duh, fine. I don't actually
Oh
know
wow,
what
just
I'm
came
doing.
out and said it.
You gotta do better than that. Fake watchers are like seashells out here.
My trade's been cut off since the city closed, and I have to make ends meet. At least I'm giving people hope. Can you Adiran say the same? Get out, godlike. I have
Fair
other
enough.
patrons waiting for me.
Wonder if we'd have engaged with it. What could have been gleamed other than bald-faced lies? Dowry Burglar, Druidian Farce, Part 2. Bellamis stands in front of the drink tray. Bellamis picking up a small metal box next to the brandy. What could possibly convince him to give her up? Bellamis opens the box and observes its contents. He looks up, a wicked grin on his face, closes the box and sets it down. He turns back, lost in thought. The door flies open and Torfal enters. He sees Bellamis and stops. Bellamis turns at the noise of the door, eyes wide. What? Bellamis immediately rushed, interrupting. Torfal, my good man, such a pleasure to finally meet you after so long. Torfal. Who? Irby. Surely you were expecting me. Did you not get word I would be here tonight? When? Oh, I only just arrived. Whoever kept me up. Else I would have arrived sooner. How? I don't know why it says B each time. Pathfinder let me in and told me to wait for you in here. She said she was off to find you. Irby, of course. Welcome to my home. I'm so sorry for my manners. I was not expecting you for at least an hour. They shake hands and then Torfal starts pouring drinks for them. Yes, well, it's just this contract. I'm eager to settle the matter. We both know it must not fail, don't we? Torfal stops. But I was told you were set against this. I invited you here to convince you. Would you rather I change my mind back? Shall we argue a belaboured point, or shall we celebrate our new accord? Of course, how stupid of me. Torfal holds out a glass to Bellamis. To business. To business. Bellamis sets the glass down and picks up the box. He opens it and sticks his finger inside. Comes out with a dark paste on it. He reaches out towards Torfal's mouth. Shall we celebrate properly? Oh, no, I'd never touched Fev, but I knew you were partial to it, but by all means, go ahead. Bellamis grunts and looks at his finger. He approaches Torfal. I must say this turn of events is quite welcome. I was sure it would take hours to... Bellamis thrusting his fingers at Torfal's mouth. What is that? Turning his head so Bellamis' finger passes by his lips without touching. What? Oh, my mistake. I was sure I saw something. Bellamis walks around behind Torfal and approaches him from the other side. I was sure it would take hours to convince you to see things from my side. It does my heart good to... Bellamis thrusting his finger at Torfal's mouth again. There it is again. Turning his head so Bellamis' finger passes by his lips without touching. What? Where? Under his breath. Damn. Nothing. I guess I was imagining things. That must be incredibly potent Svev. I've never heard of it working before application. Be careful now. Trying to prove it was poisonous? Silly little story. You're all getting scammed. Nothing else sneakily around the side. Seems we're good. Hightown looks a lot smaller so far, which is fine by me. Oh, well, hello.
Only the fun.
Bit of cheese.
You'd agree if you saw where it came from.
Geherd Cutty Colon.
An Adiran. Come to see my wares. Well,
That's
don't I
quite
feel
the
blessed?
moustache.
Your kind don't go scrounging in alleys every day, do you? The Empire doesn't have much of an interest in people like me.
Doesn't half move, that moustache. And who might you be?
Where are my manners? Name's Cutty. I'm a trader of lost things.
None of this sounds suspicious
They
at
come my
all.
way, I peddle them for people like you to find.
Sounds like a fancy way of saying your offence to me.
Now wait, you don't need to jump straight to shutting me down. I'm sure we can work with each other. What's your voice? Svev? Coin?
We'll check this. I think I know. Bev is a stimulant that, when smoked or chewed, it buys the user with a temporary sense of urgency and energy. The drug is especially... popular in the Valian republics among animancers, scholars, and politicians working late into the night. Okay, it's more like harder stuff then. Think you can bribe me? Get lost, I better not see you here again.
All right, you've made your point. I'll be gone in 2 shakes of his auric tail. Absolutely nothing illegal happening here. I'm going.
Should have checked his wares first. There might have been something unique there, but such as it is. I am the envoy after all. It wouldn't
Let's
do
keep
well to
moving
say I
through
was
here before
buying
one of them asks us
fenced
different.
goods. Okay, because there's not fog of war here, it's confusing me a little more. Head up this way, see the Claviger's house, go beyond to the temple. Then there is someone else selling stuff.
I know I feel safe with the guard presence around here.
Claviger's estate.
Oh, gods. They've looted the place.
Butler? Wait! What happened?
Really? Looting the Claviger's house?
Well, that didn't take long.
Killed the militia, looted his house. In which case they'll have taken out what we might be looking for evidence. Hello!
Mess with us!
Next one's mine. Right away.
Ooh. That slow's not very nice. Stopped me blocking.
On your right!
You, Bowman. Poison should do you. Beautiful. Come on, Kai, honestly. Maybe they're the kind of
that was
bandits
fun.
who are going to have their orders just in their pockets, as you see in many a game. Maybe they're smarter.
Once I got drunk and lost back here looking for the chamber pot. Aiming through the best parties.
More of a merc like you, Kai. It seems odd to me that you were invited to the parties up here. Maybe that speaks better to the Claviger. Madeira's kindly offered to set up an embassy in Paradis, and by kindly I mean they landed on our shores without notice, and by offered I mean their soldiers occupied a building in town, keeping an eye on these developments. Give me incriminating evidence on the ambassador. Oh, they came in and immediately graffitied the place. That was quick. Not been dead that long. Saints' War, Part 1. Overthrow. There is much debate with historians as to when the Saints' War really began. It is widely accepted that the event that instigated it was the sanctuary flight of Resaran citizens to the Deerwood. This led to direct strife between the two nations that escalated into battle, the Saints' War. But it is the author's opinion that the war truly started many years before. After the miracle of the Verdant Vorlas, as it came to be known, Wydwin quickly gathered followers, drawn to the stories of Aephus' miraculous prophet. His power grew. Eventually, Wydwin had gained enough support that he confronted the imperial governor. Assisted by a collection of nobles who had been swayed to his cause, he marched on the capital city. The governor was allowed to live, but was forced to abdicate power and leave the colony. This was not from any understanding or easy acquiescence from the governor, but because of what happened when Wydwin entered the governor's palace. As Wydwin approached the governor, according to accounts, his body turned into something that was no longer human. His flesh became luminescent, he said transformed into pure, blinding light. Other accounts suggest that Wydwin had become a being of light at an earlier time, when he was whipped in the public square. The outcome of his visit to the palace, however, is uncontested. The governor, knowing there was no way he could oppose an avatar of Aephus, relinquished his power. The people then asked Wydwin to lead the colony. He accepted, earning him the name Divine King of Redsaras. Wydwin's rule was virtually uncontested. Initially, this was because everyone was awed that a god had chosen to manifest himself and lead his people. This changed as Wydwin began pushing the allies of the old empire and the poison on the world what he considered corrupt churches or church leaders of Aethys. Scrutiny escalated, and soon worshippers of Aethys were also being punished for mere perceptions of heresy. Members of other religions were also added to the list of the persecuted for following different faiths. This caused large segments of the population to flee Ridsaras for the Deerwood, begging for sanctuary. This caused strife between the two nations. People of the Deerwood knew that they could not sustain explosive population growth if Waidwen's rule were to continue unchecked. They also feared that his eye would turn from Ridsaras and land on them next if nothing was done. This was exactly what ultimately happened, and war broke out as Waidwen moved to spread his dominion into the land of the Deerwood. Part 2 of the Saints' War. Waidwen personally led many of the battles during the war, exhibiting extraordinary supernatural powers. He seemed virtually untouchable on the battlefield, able to burn or even disintegrate his enemies with beams of blinding white light. For God on his side, and possibly, as some said, inhibiting him, it was as though he was thought to be indestructible. It appeared that he had been, until the Battle of Halgot's Citadel. People of the Deerwood knew they would lose the war if they could not at least slow Waidwen down. Engineers, priests of Magran, and a few others working in secret, some say with Magran's direct help, developed a weapon they hoped would be able to stop a god. 12 feet in diameter and filled with a variety of chemical and magical explosives, the bomb was rolled under the Evan-Dur Bridge. Part of the foundation was excavated in order to allow them to embed the bomb in the bridge itself, ensuring its total concealment. 12 Duridian men and women volunteered to stage an ambush at the bridge to keep Waidwen on it until the bomb could be detonated. The battle was short, bloody, and ultimately final. The dozen, as they came to be known, were able to delay Waidwen on the bridge. The bomb detonated, killing Waidwen and 4 Druidian volunteers still alive at that time, and over 50 Redsaran soldiers marching on the front line with Waidwen. It was at that moment the Saints' War ended. The remaining Redsaran forces were easy to rout. Even though they had more than enough men and equipment to finish the siege, their leader, previously thought invincible, had just vanished in a rain of metal and stone. Panic set in, and the Druidian troops sent them away with ease. From that point on, the bomb was known by the name Godhammer. Even worked its way into everyday conversation. I'm pretty sure in Pillars 1 we met the priest who built that. I think. Priest of Margran, who was always on fire. I vaguely remember him. I liked him. Sure as Godhammer ended the Saints' War, came to be a standard phrase to express unequivocal certainty. Less certain is the fate of Aethys, who has not spoken to his followers since the explosion of the bomb, and is presumed by most to be dead. Unless some concerned citizens express their worry or the more industrious think they could reproduce the result, the author would put the thought from your heads. Since that time, there has never been another documented explosion of such magnitude, and efforts to locate the engineers and clergy responsible for the bomb have been entirely fruitless. Godhammer was a unique, fortuitous occurrence. Its like will never be seen again without divine intervention. Especially as someone, even if I still haven't gotten around to doing a catch-up of the first 2 games, but it interests me to build into it more. Ambassador Hildegard's promises that all he wants is a diplomatic relationship with living lands. But Inquisitor Lodwyn, she wants a gallows, public executions, and secret interrogations. I don't know what to make of our new guests. Some days I feel like a stranger in my own city.
I'm starting to see why Aemon was going grey all of a sudden.
Could have been the Inquisitor. Oh, I don't have his key, but surely I'd have found it on his body.
If there's anything worth finding, it'll be in here.
Like, maybe I could have jumped him through the window. Ooh, rice wine. That's a new one. A faintly sweet wine with notes of cheese and greens made of fermented rice harvested from the paddies around Fiormes Inferno. Cheese wine? Can't imagine that would taste particularly pleasant, but I'm up for trying anything once.
Cozy.
I guess some brew, some money. It's third journal. According to Hildegard, it's in our best interest to force the Animancers out of Paradis. Soul science offends the gods and so forth. He promises security, stability, and law in exchange for this boon. When I visited the Animancers, I found them already packing equipment into wagons bound for Fiormes Inferno. I wonder what they know that I don't. these noble rats who flee a sinking ship. Seems like with all the Woedica Inquisition and the Steel Garrote, the Animancers were just like, let us leave. Glenfartham customs. Glenfartham customs can be seen primitive and unsophisticated to some, but all customs begin with a ritual or superstition, so why should theirs be considered less than any other? If they are examined closely, Glenfartham celebrations stem from a deep and rich culture and all tie into their history in a significant way. The Festival of the Ancients takes place during spring dawn. It is a time to celebrate the Glenfartham settling in Glenfarth. It is a simple 3-day ceremony that is mostly centred on feasts. It's always feasts. These feasts are set up around the ruins scattered throughout Glenfarth. Wreaths made from tree branches and flowers are picked at the ruins, and prayers are said to the gods, thanking them for health and prosperity. The cleansing started as a process, recreating the hardships wrought upon the Glenfarthams by the Adherent colonists when they started settling the Deerwood. It has morphed over the years and is now more used as a game, mixed with a teaching pool to inform your Glenfarthams about the history of their people. Cleansing takes place on New Year and Mid-Year, now acts as a metaphor for real events instead of a recreation of the events themselves. Zorip effigies are placed throughout the forest, hollow clay shells filled with sweets and gifts. Children then search for the woods for the effigies and destroy them, cleansing the forest so the Glenfarthams can move in and occupy the areas. After the area has been cleared, they gather for a celebration and feasts where the elders tell young members the true story of their people's history. Yep, what's up, OBS? YouTube is not responding. Oh, no. Give me a moment. Let me double check OBS is doing alright. Seems okay on my end. No bitrate drop. No internet drop. Should be okay. Alright. Let's carry on. Yeah, it's evened out now. Good stuff. Holiday of the Black Tree. Combination of a day of remembrance and celebratory feast. The Holiday of the Black Tree is held on the second day of autumn falling, when the trees are still colourful but losing their leaves and the land is becoming cold and dark. Glenfarthams use the day to tell the story of the War of the Black Trees. Remember those who were lost. During the mornings, the adults hang elaborate garlands from the tree branches. Garlands are made from red, orange, and yellow flowers and represent the flames that swept through the forests of Glenfarth, destroying everything in their paths. After a morning of fasting and reflection, the children are set to run through the trees, tearing down the garlands and bring them back to the feast, decorating the tables with wildflowers, turning the horror of war into something beautiful. Then they eat, cheering the peace they now have with the Deerwoodian people, and toast to many more years of peace to come. Also of note in Glenfartham culture is their abundance of travelling customs. Being a semi-nomadic people, practice customs to ensure their safety while on the move. Such travelling customs: if you are taking a quick trip, purchase a gift for someone you are visiting and leave it at your home. If something important is left undone, such as giving a gift to a loved one, you will always return to finish the task. Oh, isn't that nice? If you are taking a longer trip, leave remembrances of your trip, no matter how well you know the road. Drop some pebbles along the way or tie ribbon to the tree branches. Mark your path away and you'll always have a safe and easy trip back. Evil spirits and dangerous creatures are everywhere in our world. If you decorate your cart with masks, they will scare away any danger that might otherwise approach. But you must decorate your cart anew every time, or the evil won't be fooled by your ruse. I like that as a little travelling tradition. Oh. Secret page of the journal. Hang on, they flipped this desk. How did they not see it and the key attached? Apparently there's a growing rebellion in Paradis. My own people defy the adherents. They rally from the shadows and sharpen their blades of independence. Good. Taught them well. Oh boy. Cannot openly support them, but I have my ways. Down a chain of clerks and agents, I have passed a key to our cistern. The door is in the Temple of Ondra, fitting sanctuary, and they use this hideout to their advantage. I'll hold on to the spare. The time I come when I have to warn the resistance. Join them myself. Ooh.
Well, there you have it.
So, Claviger Amon not only knew about the rebels, he also gave them access to a hideout in the cistern.
But are they sure they're the ones who shot me? It can't have been the ambassador. You knew the Claviger. Do you have any idea about this?
None. I knew he was protective of Paradis, but I never would have dreamed he'd get in bed with organized rebels. Look, everyone who settles in the Living Lands comes from somewhere, but until recently, those settlers have been people, not nations. But when Adir built an embassy and filled it with dignitaries and troops, some started to worry that your laws and governors would follow.
Right, all of that. Don't forget why we're here. You hired me to hunt the rebels down, and now we know where they are. The cistern beneath the Temple of Andra.
The Sparrowhawks just tried to kill me immediately, but I wasn't convinced it was the rebels, but
Good place for a
it's
hidden
starting to look
base.
like it.
It's just below the city, where the people and patrols will never look.
Something tells me they won't go quietly.
Maybe we should bring reinforcements. I bet Heelguard would be happy to spare some of his guards, if we ask nicely.
Yeah.
They'd only slow us down. Besides, any fighting we do in the cistern will be close quarters.
Well said, Marius.
On to the Temple of Andra, then. It's east of here, just across the canal, in the plaza with the big statue.
Right, after you.
No. Pretty sure we've checked everywhere else. Yeah. I could have climbed up and got in the window. I need to be thinking more vertically with the game. It's certainly shown that a few times now. Hey up. The guns and grenades in the tower. All of this is pretty foreboding. Around here. Oh, yep, there was a bag. Thank you, game. Marius and Kai both want to have a natter at camp, but I don't know how to set camp within the city. That hasn't really given me the option yet. We'll do it when we leave the city. Sure, we'll have a
Here's
lot
where
more to
the
talk.
rats live. Reasonable rent if you can get it.
The rats? Question mark?
It's the envoy.
Get him. Show yourself. You're not getting
I
away.
guess all the rebels are just out to kill me.
Watch yourselves.
Goodbye.
The right.
Ooh. Slow down again. Suppose we just need to cut the head off the snake of these rebels. Brigadier armor to break down. Beautiful. I think after the failed assassination attempt and me supposedly coming back from the dead, they'd not want to bother necessarily with just trying to do me in the middle of the street. Isn't anyone selling all at the market here, is there?
You can't afford it.
Fair enough, Kai. Doesn't he look like it? Just the doomsayer we spoke to before. That'll be it.
We should stop by Sansa's sometime. There's nothing like it, that's for sure.
I will investigate the moment I've checked the corners. Hello! Oh, was this the map, fella?
I was hoping you would drop in.
God, stuff about. Fancy armors, things on display. Consul Haunt's deadly chalice. Rumored mysteries surround the Archmaid Consul Haunt, an undead wizard of unmatched power. During a gathering of the Circle of Archmagi, Consul Haunt is said to have offered his peers a drink from his chalice of immortality. Akamir instead gave the goblet to one of his imps, who died on the spot. From that day forth, Consul Haunt was disinvited from the Circle's annual winter feast. He resented it until his dying day. When he rose after death, he still resented it. His chalice and journals are on loan from the Archmage Tane, who said he would come back for them soon, several years ago. Consulot's journals are nothing but vulgar rants. Reader beware. Spy's tools. Tools of a Valian courtesan and spy caught hiding in Paradis. Front, small dagger, made to be hidden beneath clothing. Second row left, a bundle of sage for disguising scent. Second row right, a brass plate worn under clothing to protect from stabbing attacks. Third row, A container of powder, often blush, may also be used to carry powder-based poisons. Back left, a jewellery box used to store jewellery, as well as secret implements and messages. And back right, an ornate music box, believed to have been a gift from the spy's target. Fancy. What's this one? On the providence and ruination of Nekataka's old city. Oh, so much history. Excerpt from a lecture given before the annual convention of the Academy of Architectural Historians in Adir. Close examination by learned parties suggests that Nekataka is significantly older than it might first appear. We take our example, what is that? Suppurating wound in the city's side, which the locals most charmingly refer to as the gullet. On its face, it's not a considerable different from your average slum. Indeed, it contains all that one might expect of such a place. Desperate poverty, retching hunger, a tavern fare brimming with miscreants, and a flourishing criminal culture. Of course, it has its own unique offering as well. A towering pile of garbage dumped into the district from more affluent neighbourhoods above it. It is, in every sense, abominable. The Huana leadership should be ashamed, but I digress. Far more interesting than the caste stratifications among the Huana are the bones their city is built upon. For beneath the gullet lies a vast cavern littered with the remains of an ancient city, referred to simply as the Old City by denizens of Nekataka. Pretty sure we went there in Pillars 2. This sunken metropolis is notable for two reasons. The Old City's architecture is markedly different in style, form, and apparent use from the architecture of modern Nekataka, and there is no readily available explanation for the Old City's destruction that has not already been considered and discounted by those inclined to study it. My peers here in the academy one of those days, and beyond believe that the Old City's destruction is clearly the fault of the region's energetic volcanism and subsequent tectonic rumblings. I would caution against grasping at such easy solutions, however. Consider the following. The Huana have lived in the region for thousands of years. Earthquakes are no more a surprise to them than there are the archipelago's daily soaking rains. None in the aura match their sheer creativity and expertise in building to withstand these events. Moreover, for all their flexibility in building construction, the Huana's tastes have proven to be remarkably stable over time, showing a clear preference for design that mimic the rhythm and shapes of the natural world. The Old City shows none of these things. Indeed, what remains was constructed primarily of stone cut in austere blocks, and the buildings are arranged in a manner not dissimilar from those prevalent in the Engwefan ruins that dot the landscape. With those 2 points in mind, does it not seem prudent to ask whether the Old City was Huanan in origin, and if it is not, who built it, and finally, what destroyed it? Again, other than just like filling out world building, I still think devs have a reason to put specific bits of world building in a game that should be relevant at some... I can't see us going to Nekataka, but maybe the Godless have something to do with it. An Animancer's Lanta from the Valian Trading Company. Animancy is the art of channeling soul essence into inventions for the betterment of society. With careful application of copper and adra, Animancers can achieve wondrous results. This naval lantern is filled with a shard of luminous adra from the Deadfire Archipelago, was once mounted on the Valian Trading Company's galleon Amino Desferente. How it washed up on the shores of the Living Lands is a mystery. The Adra is long since depleted and will never shine again. The Imperium would like to remind visitors that the use of animancy is strictly forbidden in Paradis. Oh! Double-headed skeleton. Unidentified experimental revenant. 2,828 AI. A two-headed revenant shambled out of the wilderness and settled in the outskirts of Dawnshore. Many attempts were made to put down the creature, but eventually the local militia resolved against sending any more soldiers to be devoured. Hunters recovered the remains, starved after a freezing winter. It was in possession of a third head, identity unknown. A shard of Adra was found sticking out of the revenant's chest. Hunters also reported finding a strange collar and bell. This artifact was never officially catalogued. Fior Mez Inferno has disavowed any knowledge of the revenant.
Did the two heads take turns, or was this guy twice as hungry?
That's a good point, Cat. Share the same stomach, I suppose. Do we find two-headed monstrosities when we go to Fior? We'll see. A Zarep skull and foul eggs. Judging by the detention and size of the Celaphic crest, this Zarep died in late adolescence or early adulthood. Its partial remains are uncovered in the far west of Dawnshore, not far from the ruins of a large tribal settlement. The accompanying shells were found with the skull. They are too small to be Zorup eggs. More likely they'd belonged to local avian life, and the Zorup had been eating them around the time of its death. No ceremonial objects or grave goods were excavated in the area, supporting the theory that the Zorup perished by accident. Fair enough. We still little stories. Ooh. Vulvano's adventuring gear. Grappling hooks, hammers, and axes are among many of the tools carried by adventurers who brave the wild frontier of the living lands. This set was found at the bottom of a canyon, hurled in anger by the valiant explorer Vulvano shortly before he gave up on his expedition of the living lands. It is said that he set sail for the eastern reach and never returned. Fuck this! And threw all his shit down a well. Very silly. Skeleton of Igisil, the Sightless. That jaw has been fucked up. Igisil the Sightless was a watcher who spent his life in a remote wilderness hut. Blind from birth, Igisil navigated the world with help of spirits lighting his path. Igisil was rumoured to have walked the entire island, untouched from shore to shore. He's the only hermit in the living lands known to have died from natural causes. Imperium honours his memory by displaying him in quiet dignity. Decapitation was not the cause of death, one of several mishaps during transport of the remains, which would serve as a reminder to occur a coffin when going around a sharp mountain pass. Aye, you leave him with dignity and have the head fall off. That's a map of the living lands. That's where we are, down here. Cartographer's Guild, Volume 2. A turn of events that was unprecedented just a few short years ago, Andra's mortar has subsided. Possibilities of exploration that arise from this event are staggering. Oh, the volcano! I thought the volcano has just started building back up again. We at the Cartographer's Guild look forward to what the beloved Expedition Corps discovers when they inevitably turn their attention to whatever awaits beyond the seas. In the meantime, Corps will be busy as unless Andra's mortar is the acid bit. The Empire solidifies a foothold in the living lands. The possibility of being able to finally map this untamed wilderness, this fierce frontier, properly stirs the heart and even the youngest apprentice cartographer. As always, we stand ready to put paper all that our illustrious nation discovers at the behest of our Emperor. Long may he reign. Oh, the Cartographer's Guild's from a deer, then. Legacy of the Takan. The slim volume tells the tale of the Takan, a people who lived along the banks of the Akwi River on the fertile Izumitial plains. It details their rise to prominence in the region and eventual demise at the hands of their ancient enemies, the Kwakmalt people. A significant portion of the book is given over to examining the role of Takan's Order of Monks, the Nalpazka, in Takan society. The Nalpazka believed that transcendence could only be attained by overcoming one's personal vanity, desire for pleasure, and fear of death. To that end, they engaged in pointedly antisocial behaviour, various forms of self-mutilation and meditation with or consumption of the recently oh no, they were cannibals. The Nalpazka, there we go, were led by an Antile, or master warrior, the last of whom was a man named Ixpilo. Ixpilo was charged with protecting his people from the Kwakmaltil and other threats, but in a tragic twist of fate, Ixpilo died before he was able to pass on his sacred knowledge to the man poised to take his place. The book dwells on this failure for some time. It's also apparently of the belief that it was this one error that gave the Kwakmaltil the opening they needed to launch their attack. The book's author goes on to describe how he attempted to instigate a popular uprising among his people against the Kwakmaltil. His efforts were unsuccessful, as the Takam were by then too broken by the destruction of their culture to muster much of a defence. The volume concludes with an exhortation for the reader not to mourn the Takan's passing, but to learn why they had to teach, and to teach others in turn. Oh, birds. Some taxidermy in here as well. Oh, they're modelled. Here's taxidermy, there we go. Spallings. Oh, it's a little tree fellow! Pinecone hands. A young Spalling, preserved, donated by the Wardens of Solace. Believed to either be a worker or a very small warrior. Spalling lived decades ago in a cave in Galwin's tusks. Would have spent its life either carrying heavy objects or brutally attacking the knees of its foes. Here it stands among the fungus of its natural habitat.
Don't be too excited. I could show you living versions of these if we go out to Emerald Stair.
Yeah, it seems like a bit of a tease for what's to come. It's down here. Deadly fungi. Harvested from Gawain's tufts. On the left, the ascension of multitudes. Beneath this fungus's rather dramatic name lies a simple fact. To touch it with bare skin is to invite crippling pain and death. Believed to have been used in a ritual mass suicide in Ghislaine's tusks. Oh no. The fungus gives off a scent similar to that of rye berries and sage in hopes of luring a victim, which collapses upon contact with the fungus and provides ongoing nourishment for its offspring. The right in front, the widow's tear. Tear or tear? Goddamn English language. Found throughout the living lands, but seen most often in the caves of Ghislaine's tusks. Widow's tear contains a venom that is harmless if ingested, but potentially deadly if used as an injected poison. Often found growing near shallow graves or exposed carcasses, it contains a foul-smelling liquid that can be used as a source of water depending on one's desperation. Right back. Blue feather brush. Nearly identical to the much less deadly witch's hair fungus, the blue feather brush can only be identified by the slightly earthy aroma it exudes when harvested. Mere contact with the skin is harmless, but inhaling the fungal's earthy aroma, even in small doses, can cause shortness of breath, tightness in the chest, and difficulty in maintaining conscious thought. Those stricken by this condition often find themselves stumbling towards caves, cliffs, and small bodies of water, where they collapse and provide nourishment for the fungus in its new location. Ingestion leads to an incredible sense of euphoria, followed by slow but inevitable death. Lovely. If these are all out by Gawaine's tusks, then we're going to have to be careful. Exotic fungi. Plucked from the fertile lands of Emerald Stair. All stuff we're going to see later. In the front, witch's hair. Strands of this strange fungus contain both spores and a light venom meant to deter predators and paralyze insects and small animals, which would then decompose into nutrition for the fungus itself, often crushed and combined with sulfur to create witch mash, a yellow-green paste often used in small doses to remove wrinkles from under the eyes of the wealthy and vain. Many a booty product originating from poison. History's fun. Back left, Vagrant's torch. Oh, that's our explosive. Seen often in caves near volcanic activity, this ovoid fungus holds small spines inside its bellows-like body. When squeezed, these spikes penetrate the outer membrane and release spores, causing immense pain that could be described as burning. Delicious when properly prepared, and the spines, once carefully removed, can be used as sewing needles or artistic implements. Back right, blood pipe. Despite the deadly-sounding name, blood pipe is quite harmless unless crushed and mixed with boiling salted water. The resulting broth, while delicious, will render adult kith senseless within a few moments. The godless were believed to use this soup in controlled doses to induce hallucinations or to relax the mind. The correct recipe for a safe mixture has yet to be discovered. Maybe we find it. What have we got here? Colourful fungi. On the left, Clarita, grassland mushroom named by the Paragroon, which resembles their buckwheat cakes. Though common in the early recipes of Solace Keep, it has become a delicate. We are getting mushrooms from each of the areas we're going to visit, so again, this stuff is of importance, even to a little degree. I like it. Chewy when cooked, imparts an unexpected meaty taste. On the right, Zorup Goblet, found throughout the living lands, but especially in winter and early spring along the forest floors. Locals report that when dried and ground, they staunch bleeding. Pardon me. And many explorers carry the powder to treat minor wounds. On the back, Whale's Bud, native to the riverbeds of Null Culklin, and the source of much controversy as its kith neighbours. Some naturalists revere it as a powerful hallucinogen, others report no effect. This researcher questions the standards of their experiments. Fibrous fungi. On the left, Fire Crown, hardy cave dweller from Ghislaine's tusks, parasitic to insects. Despite its appearance, unremarkable to eat. However, the Paragroon claim that it enhances stamina. They often enjoy it before battles or long journeys. Enjoys considerable popularity among young warriors for this reason. On the right, Mallow Sponge. Roots in autumn and winter beneath deciduous trees. A windfall to Valian traders who brought it to the republics and made it a culinary trend among the nobility. Best enjoyed with garlic cream sauce and a full-bodied red. My goodness, it made me hungry. On the front, Mequin's Skirt. Unique among living lands fungi for its lack of exclusivity to the terrain. Explorers from the Deerwood recognised it immediately, and it is known as Nanakatal to travellers from the Izakmilt plains. It thrives on tree trunks throughout the region, though the manner of how it came, either to the living lands or from it, remains a mystery. We've got some more around here. But there, didn't do this armour. Lavender Beldin's armour. and was worn by Claviger Belden during the dank spore outbreak of 2,748 AI, when a bloom of spores infested Dawnshore and threatened to overtake the city. Belden rallied the militia to burn out the colony and restore order, though he fell in the final battle. The walls were later reinforced, and the militia trained in the suppression of hostile fungus. That's probably good, given how the main story is going. While the armour has been thoroughly cleaned of spores, the Imperium kindly asked visitors to appreciate it at a safe distance. Fair enough. This, we've seen some of these, some of the godless architecture. An ancient evil spittoon. This artifact is believed to be a ceremonial spittoon used by the godless, the earliest known settlers of the living lands. We learnt a name for them the other day. Calcoon? It wasn't Calcoon, it was something else. Damn. What dark rite was committed in the shadows of those time-haunted edifices? What foul humours were expelled into the orifice of this unholy relic? What malevolent spirit rose up from its fetid mouth, vibrating with evil intent? The Emporium would like to apologise for the baroque and speculative description. This is an ordinary lamp, nothing more. We will retain the plaque in its original state as a cautionary example of what happens to scholars with more imagination than reason. I like that a lot. Ooh, door in the back. Hello, hello, hello. Don't mind me, I'm just going in the back. Nask Sitku Poetry compilation. The expedition. I move. There is no compulsion. It is not a need. Something pulls. Cannot deny its draw. The white wends out past my vision. Its fierce eyes watch me as I move. The wolf tracks my step. A silent companion who will not join. All is blank. Pale expanse lies before and behind. I search. The miles pass and my feet move. My hunt continues unabated. The landscape returns my gaze, unaffected by my presence. Snow falls, needles driven by the wind. Its cold teeth bite my skin. Snow cavers, its hands around my feet, a fierce opponent who will not relent. All is white, my journey continues. I travel. I can no longer stop. A true compulsion forms. The need drives me on. I must see. Some breaks through the grey. Some relating gaze floors me. My body warms under its touch. Rigid limbs move again and carry me farther. All is empty. The breadth of my existence is my destination. Ay.
My shop is in here, Envoy.
So it is, Sansa. However, I am in the back taking your vegetables.
Definitely don't feel like we should be in here.
I agree. Ooh, but it's what we need from the Wodaka Shrine. 5 of 6. Notes on the trinket recovered near the eastern ruins. Sacred object, but to whom? Iconography suggests Wodaka. Very old, perhaps from the first Adirian settlers. Did Adirian ships land here centuries earlier than we thought? Curious implications for historical record. Definitely incomplete, though. Part of a larger relic, or fragments in the area. Warm to the touch. Enchanted. Valuable. That is 5 of them, though. And just hidden in the back of a shop. Where the last one will be, who can say?
I don't think my assistants are hiding in there.
Well, I had to check, Sansa. Hello.
You're back. What have you found?
I found your boy, but he's dead. His map looks complete, though.
I warned Kirmund about those Zaribs. It was Zaribs, wasn't it? Oh, on second thought, don't tell me. Please, keep searching. I'm sure the others will turn up soon.
Wait, there were others? I thought I was looking for one guy. Ooh. This map provides information on the location of fragments for Wodaka's God Tome. Purchase it to see information contained within. Ooh. Well, that helps me. Even though we've only got one left, that should be useful. Burned Queen's totems patiently awaits amidst the ruins of the heathens she hates. Its golden crown, stolen gem found in the Emporium. Dwarven halls beneath the mountain shroud, the Strangler's justice can be found. Overlooking booths where goods are sold, this balcony leads to Order's hold. Below death's grip, so icy and cold, await ancient oaths cast in gold. Beneath an amethyst light on high, the shining plaque draws sailor's eye. Atop the isle of wicked outlaws flicker golden flames of a glorious cause. I love little puzzle poems, but we do have most of these. 2 bits of Ardra, we take those. And a unique shield, we take this so we can break it down. The Beetle's Bulwark. While below 75% max health, successful parry summons a beetle to fight with you. That's pretty cool. and some fire resistance. A simple but strong shield, built from the shell and horn of a burrowing fire beetle. Newcomers to living lands may shudder at its appearance, but those native to the area respect the clever use of one of nature's adaptive defensives. That is all my money. Shit. Can I sell? Can't sell enough for it to necessarily be worth it. Yeah, not at all. Oh. Well, Beetle's Bulwark, maybe one day. Let's see if we have a look at these other... our little market on the map. Scales is overlooking booths where goods are sold. The balcony leads to orders hold. It's not going to show me on the map, is it? Just going to leave me with... That could be the market square here, or the other one within the city. It's not going to be outside of the city if it's a market booth. Because this is the Hightown market, right? So... potentially... God damn it. Oh, some water. Thank you. People just leaving money about on the tables. A mistake. Or maybe it was to tip the waiter. Who can say? Try again. Maybe I need to hit that edge. No! Game says no. Right, we need to try and find another way, potentially. Doesn't look like there's a way onto that thing. It says balcony, though, so maybe up there? Nope. Hey up. Fish! Excuse me. Rat. Seem like an easy way up and about anywhere. Hey up. I see it. Something shiny up there, though.
These have been boarded up since the lockdown started. Nice place for thieves to hide out.
Get on this edge. Nope. Game says no. Drat. There's some up there, though. We saw the shiny. There. Not the shrine thing we're after, but...
No one lives there at the moment. I guess the Clavenger didn't like having neighbors.
Oh, I hear another shiny. Aha! Gotta explore the city. Probably... I imagine we'll be back here a bit over the course of the game, but not loads. Teasing me, game. Teasing me with loot. Oh, hello, hello. Load of fish. Get that dagger. Maybe I should be selling more weapons rather than breaking them down, given gold is starting to get scarce. That's not the same fellow I asked to leave earlier, is it?
You? Hello, Deeren. Always nice to have a repeat guest.
Oh, just completely ignores the last conversation we had? Fine. Oh, he has a rare gun. The Disappointer. Terrible. -10 attack damage, but deals some bleed. The Disappointer was touted as a powerful, reliable weapon, but has consistently failed every one of its unfortunate owners. This is a terrible weapon that disappoints anyone who uses it. Gun appears well made at first glance, but closer scrutiny reveals poor design and shoddy craftsmanship. Those who aren't fooled by its appearance still occasionally attempt to use it to see if maybe the whole thing was made to look this way as an elaborate ruse, hoping that it's an artifact of extreme power, crafted by a master who desired to conceal its remarkable nature. It wasn't. And it isn't. Well, then I won't be buying it then. The Blackwing boots. Dodge distance and some dexterity. The dyed leather of these boots is supple and intricately tooled. The remarkable craftsmanship of this footwear enhances their wearer's mobility and evasiveness. A much sought after trait for thieves, assassins, and ne'er-do-wells of all sorts. And the means in which they ended up in Cutty's store is unknown. They were almost certainly criminal. Grab the lockpicks. An annoying way to take a choice made earlier and completely ignore it, game, but alright. I did want to check his wares. Okay, we've made it to roofs. Some honey, some egg. Wand. I don't put a basement on the roof if I can. Not basement, a trapdoor on the roof if I can go in. Stuff over there. Can I walk on cloth? What? Oh, look at that. There's a big hole in it where my ass fell through. Fantastic. Okay, so if I'd have been quick.
At least not anymore.
I like that as a little detail, though. All the glowy purple shit around the moon again, but in a different configuration. What could it mean? Right, let's try again. Hey! Axe and some wine. Some money. Not that way. Not this way either. Shite. There must be a way to get to that other building. Where was it? I'm turned around. Aha! There we go. We got there in the end. Question is, how to get to the balconies above the market. On the off chance that even is where our Wodika thing is situated. That's going to fall the moment I jump on it, isn't it? Right. Make a beeline for it. Can't even get up. Jump and then jump. Oh, use charge. Hey! That felt jammy, but we did it. Nope. Game, don't you rob me of being up here. Nothing up this way. Again, it might be balconies in the other part of the city. That's a balcony right there, though. Oh, no! Curses. Oh, I'm still on top. This is okay. This is upwards. Not on this balcony. We got 5 out of 6 of this goddamn relic. I would like to finish it. Don't mind me. Way up. I'm floating. Isn't that nice? Decent view for it. Okay, this is the market. This is all the balconies. I do not see it. So that would lead me to conclude it is in the other area of the city. In the city regular. Right, let's crack on with the main quest then.
Hey.
Which means up and round this way to the temple.
You have to check in with me to enter this part of the... never mind. Doesn't matter anyway. Huh? Oh, yeah. Move on, please.
Well, I checked in with you, good sir. Hello?
Curse my brother. Oh, scan into his own destruction. See to it that he is punished on the wheel. I beg of you. May he be a beetle in his next life.
Okay. clearly doing well. Oh, game says go up this different balcony. Hmm. To where, game? Where are you trying to get me to go? God damn it! No! On my ass. See, at least with a clamber system, you can do a little bit of potential puzzling and hiding stuff about. A lot more difficult. Stuff like Skyrim, where platforming was not exactly easy. Oh, nope, there is something over there. Okay. Along this hanging bit then? Oh. Hey! Plenty of chests, but not the one I need. Where's that shrine lit up like that?
This is the Shrine to Bareth, God of Death. Not sure which version of them this is.
Thank you. Just taking shit from people's tables and plates. Okay, this is the alley we got attacked.
Oh, bless my soul, the Adiran envoy.
Oh, hello?
Isn't this a surprise? Not only to see you alive, but to have you grace my little workshop. Chandlers don't get many high-ranking clients. Priests and pilgrims mostly. Still, business is good. Better than good.
Okay. Why do you think business is so good?
Well, there was this Aothasian priest on his way to Emerald Stair. He was rather fond of my work. And the Temple of Andra can't seem to get enough of them. Burning the wick at both ends, I suppose.
What are the rebels buying? Where's the Temple of Andra? I'd like to pay my respects.
Probably a good idea. No one cheats death without owing someone a favor. Go up the main road to the Street of the Gods. Eloy, the attendant, is a sweet girl, though a little anxious around newcomers.
I wonder why.
Don't keep the Lady of Lament waiting now. Unlike Aethys, patience is not one of her virtues.
What's an Aothasian priest doing in the Living Lands?
A lot of them came here after the purgings in the Deerwood, looking for sanctuary in all the wrong places. Even on these shores, Aethys isn't the most popular deity. Andra is closer to our hearts, always has been.
Run this place by yourself?
I used to have an apprentice. When the Adirans came to our shore, he moved on without as much as a goodbye.
Bet.
But I hold no grudge. He had his reasons to go, just as I have my reasons to stay.
You respected his choice. That's all that matters.
You know, you're much more even-tempered than some of your countrymen. That's a compliment, dear.
Oh, thank you.
Some of us understand you good folk are here to help, and some of us need a little more time.
That's right, some of my folks need a talking to.
You almost sound convinced yourself.
Imagine how boring this place would be if we all agreed.
A fair point.
The Living Lands could use a little discipline, that's what I say. And who better to bring it than the Adirans?
You are supplying people where the rebels are staying, though. So we'll see. It's been a pleasure. Should you need anything, find me at the embassy, where I won't be for most of this game.
With the gods on my side, I won't need
Imagine,
to,
envoy, now for the next 30
all the
hours,
same.
sit in your office.
If you need
Play
to keep
papers,
warm
please.
at night, help yourself to some Mogren's Fury. It's growing in a pot just over there.
Oh, thank you. I already did.
No charge, of course. The Adiran envoy's money is no good here, and never will be.
Something about her calm, casual tone that... Fair enough. Now, if you've never played the indie game Papers, Please, it's a fascinating play.
Envoy, what is it?
You're basically checking passports like a customs officer kind of thing, letting people into the country.
The Broken Throne. symbol of Wodoka the Oathbinder.
It was
She's
a lot.
nothing if not a bit dramatic.
But I highly recommend it. It's a very unique game. Very stressful. But surprisingly addictive. Very morally questionable all over the place, but part of the point. Right. Yeah, up the street. There's a little thing there. And then check the vendor there first, just in case things change.
Murderers!
How awful.
Oh no.
You Adherents are...
Not to worry, Envoy. We got one of the bastards.
Oh no.
We caught this one trying to break into the embassy.
Assassins, no. Well, I mean, that makes it clear. My friends and countrymen, the envoy is alive and hunting us. Our position in the city is compromised. Use the final hours of this life gathering intelligence on the Adherent embassy and deliver it to us. Trust no one. Pray that the gods know what they're doing, for I no longer understand their motives. Yugwolf. Okay, I guess we're looking for this Yugwolf.
You startled me.
I did.
I could really go for another drink.
Aren't you on duty, good sir? Hello, hello, hello. What's down here? What's all this then? What's all this? Spoilt food. And somebody's bed. Some stew. An axe. Oh, you got to sleep with an axe by your pillow, I suppose. Dangerous times. Oh, I said I'd sell stuff and I'm breaking it down. It's too late. I've already committed. Hmm. I wonder how far we'll get into the game before I get given the option to no longer be the envoy. Well, the Emperor condemns my actions. Maybe when we meet the Steel Garrote, that seems to be most likely. What's down here?
Envoy.
Nice to meet you, Envoy.
Militia and the guard sitting very close to each other. Surely not
Is this
happy
what it's
about
like to
it.
travel with an envoy? I can get used to this.
I know,
Wish I
Cap.
had it back.
Oh.
Oh, great queen that was, have your sway.
Well, you're
over
the
this
captain I could have
land.
sold out those,
You bring
that couple to.
righteousness and justice to these shores and these people. Grant them your justice and vision to enact such laws as may befit a great civilization and punish those who oppose you. Envoy, we're going to do great things here.
Mm-hmm. Why is this door barred? I am the envoy. Let me in. Oh, it was just another way to get that chest. Fair enough, game. Captain, haven't met you yet.
Street urchins would make more respectable militia than this rabble.
You do have a fancy-looking axe, though, and that plate armor and cape. Goodness me. We're not going to come to blows, are we? My, that would be nice. I mean...
This city needs discipline.
Because, my goodness, you aren't half rocking a setup.
Envoy?
Captain?
Welcome, Envoy. You look well.
At least the weather's decent.
Hmm. Sleep at your post, sir. Wake up! Nope, he's fine. Give me that cape. Captain, give me that goddamn cape. I can't... Hang on. Quick save. For science! You know, for science. Okay. We're not quite Bethesda in this one. Listen. Alright, listen. I'm a sucker for capes. That wouldn't have just been outright murder. It's fine. I do need to find a more holy looking weapon than just this poisoned great sword.
I don't like how cozy the Clavager's gotten with the adherents. That High Inquisitor is special.
It bothers me too.
The spooks. Looks like they can see into my soul.
My ex, apparently.
Just. You know the Steel Garrote is solely devoted to Wodoka, right? One step out of line?
And what?
Well, I don't know. You know the exiled Queen's rule? Bound.
What? Another roof. Lovely. Hello, hello. What's that in there? Shit, how do I get in there? Is that the last piece I need, or is that just some kind of watchtower crap? I don't necessarily see a way in. Like, the game's clearly put me up here to get up and see that. There's a chest over there. Honestly, game, I didn't expect to be playing so much Mario.
I think having money is really about the view.
That's a fair point, Kite. Okay, strange glowing tower. How do I find your secrets? There doesn't seem to be any way to get up there. I'm not going to be able to jump to that, am I? No, I'm going to fall down those clothy bits. Maybe it's just a pleasant glow. Maybe there isn't actually... Oh, I have to try. I have to try now I've seen it. Crap. Double crap. It's fine. We'll see if there's ult from inside the Clavage's manor. Doesn't seem to be a way to climb or jump up. Like, even if I somehow got to that roof, could maybe jump and dash? Maybe? And somebody who's played the game before in the background. Nope, I tried for 4 hours. You can't get it. You'll never get it. There's no there. Or someone else. Didn't he see the ladder? I am blind as a bat, to be fair. No jumping up to that. Maybe it's just, like, technically a lantern. And the scales of justice we're looking for were overlooking a marketplace. The marketplace is kind of round the corner, I guess. There's definitely no ladder or way higher up. That cloth will break the moment we try. Maybe it's just that thing. Maybe it's just that land. Yeah. Okay, we're fine. Had to check. Oh, the sun's coming up. Isn't that nice? No. Let's carry on with the main quest proper. I do love the weather changing. That lighting does so much.
That's the Elven Queen of Adir, I think. They wasted no time putting that up when they got here.
In the same space as the gods. Seems a little presumptuous.
The Huana worship Andra as Ngati. My sergeant fainted the first time she saw their statues.
Blown away. Such pious behavior.
Helia, goddess of birds and some other things as well.
Mm-hmm. The Midwife's Memoirs. My mother lived every note of life's song. Bringing me into this world was her last verse. For this my father scorned me and abandoned me. And for this very same fact, my town's midwife and adherent of Hylia raised me as her own. When I came of age, I learned that Hylia visits us on the screams of women in childbirth. When a woman dies giving life to her child, the soul is carried away and reborn as an avian attendant of Hylia's court. For the miracle of the Queen of Birds, my mother has been with me, watching over me my whole life. I wear the fetish charms of the cloud singer, the bird I dreamt my mother became. My feathery trinkets look gaudy and unbecoming, but it is a signifier to women in need that I am a trained midwife, blessed by Hylia and living every note of life's song. The Queen of Birds wills us to shepherd new life into this world, and not, as the other gods so often desire, to end it. A follower of Magran once mocked my faith. saying I worshipped paintbrushes and birds, piddling things beneath the gods. I do not resent the other gods and the brutal necessities that they must oversee. But it's not language, love, and the arts and creativity that separates us from simple beasts. Hylia allows us to rise above our savage, feral selves. I'm often amused that, upon seeing our holy aviaries, visitors frequently ask, "This is nice, but where's the real Temple of Hylia?" Perhaps they think hallowed ground requires oppressive stonework and ceilings that hide the sky. They do not realize the Bird Queen stands not on ceremony. She makes herself manifest in the music of birds and in the beauty of the ubiquitous open sky. Hylia prefers the worship of two children singing over 1,000 petitioners silently praying for victory. The Sky Mother asks so little of us, and yet so much. We are charged to live every note of life's song. It surprises me how many fail to embrace this divine calling. Oh, I like that. Hylia might be my favourite.
Dust your shoes off.
Hey, Kai seems to pay him respects as well. That little comment. Hello. Temple of Ondra has been busy of late. No surprises there. People turn to gods in times of hardship, and hardship is one of the things we have in abundance. Poor Eloy. She must be working long hours. I haven't seen her leave the temple in days. That was the young lady who looks after the door. Leading the rebels, maybe? Oh, hello. Oh, no.
Merciful gods. You're the inspiration I've been looking for.
He wants to draw my bark.
Please, allow me to memorize your sacred features. Let me burn them into my unworthy eyes and dash them upon the canvas.
Absolutely not, you perverted creep. Go away. No. You can look with your unworthy eyes, but don't touch.
Your
Where was the option of
generosity makes
sure?
this the defining hour of
He
my
just wants to draw
entire
me.
Career, nay, my life.
He's so the voice actor's really going for it.
Oh, I came on too strongly, didn't I?
Yes.
Oh, ruined the painting I haven't even started. Curse me for a fool.
I love how extra he is.
Helia blessed me with the gift of artistic expression, but that's no excuse for rudeness. Oh, please, accept my apology.
Absolutely.
Just relax a hair. You're scaring the children.
Brood. I was going to warn you not to trip over yourself.
I can paint a grotesque beauty or a beautiful grotesquerie, and yet there's little
Grotesquerie.
beauty to be
Fancy
found
word.
in these dark times.
You can paint me if that'll help.
Alas, the subject cannot pity the artist. But you give me hope that beauty can be found.
Oh, thank you.
And so I will seek it out again. Farewell, my friend.
I get the
Paradis
distinct
just wouldn't be
feeling
Paradis without people
we
like
might
him.
see him again. Oh, you're right there, friend. Just casually sliding like that. There's a bit of jank that we haven't seen from this game yet. Oh, dear. Right, there should be that vendor around here before we get into the temple proper.
Militia headquarters. Stay on their good side, and we won't have to go in.
I'm going in, Kai. Oh, I thought I was going in. Apparently not. Oh, wait, nope, there's a door here.
Hail.
Hello. Oh, you're bored.
Welcome to my shop, Envoy.
You lived in Paradis. Oh, no, tell me about the militia first.
We keep the city safe as best we can. Happy?
Sure. You been here long?
Have I? Yeah. I've lived here my entire life. So did my parents and their parents before them.
Why did your ancestors come here originally?
Couldn't tell you. Been so long the family's forgotten.
Enough. What do you have for sale? Oh, some stuff. Unique heavy armor. Ooh. Compared to my steel garrote plate, it's about the same. Oh god, it's all my money. But it looks really cool. It's the same, but just with a different colour. And I like the Wayfarers more. Fight renewal. Slowly regenerate health while below 20% of maximum. That's pretty low. Also gives me move speed. Unusual on plate. The most paladins that are devoted to Wodaka can be found among the ranks of the Steel Garrote Order. There's always an exception. Ufdrang was one such exception. Oh, we keep hearing about him. He was one of the Order of Kind Wayfarers and would spend his days walking alongside those travelling the roads of Adir, keeping them safe from beast and outlaw alike. Thanks to the tabard over his armour, Wolfrang was often mistaken for a paladin of steel garrote, much to the shock and dismay of the people that would soon be taken under his protection. What is mine? 2 constitution, and when taking 20% of the maximum health and damage, attacker receives that damage. Kinda want the other one instead. It's worth the money. It's heavy plate. Oh, but then I can't buy the Adra. It's fine. Ooh, it's a fancy bow here as well. Crit chance for power attacks while fine aiming. 5% damage against enemies with full health. Okay. Good for a sneaky archer. The long touch. An old hunter from Erglafarth crafted this bow as a coming-of-age present for his granddaughter using wood freely given from a Delagran's tree and horn from an elder stag. It was meant to keep the young elves safe on their hunts, and for a time it did. When her grandfather passed, however, something in the woman broke. She began to set her sights on more and more dangerous prey, becoming addicted to the thrill of the hunt. Eventually, the creatures of the forest no longer provided the challenge she sought, and she began to hunt wilder, and even sometimes her fellow kith. Over time, her malice and cruel intent seeped into the bow, imbuing it with a vicious lethality. Those that have wielded of the long touch have claimed that when scoring particularly brutal kill, they can sometimes hear the faint whispers of triumph in their head. I wonder if that would all be reflected in the wielding of it. But give me that heavy armor and make me port. Oh god! No money. No money at all. Tiny bit. Do I have anything in huge excess in here? Not really. I got some food, but that doesn't sell for sod all. The jewellery does, but that can all be... I don't think it can be broken down, actually. I don't like selling stuff that's unique, though. Sell these gloves. Hey, tiny bit. Pardon me.
Hail.
Thank you. Oh, no, it does change as well. It's a little less fancy. It's a little more shoddy, which I like. I like quite a lot. Go to camp, steel garrote one. Oh yeah, that certainly feels more me. How the belt is so much tighter around the tabard. That's a lovely little detail for the cloth physics. Huh. Good. Some extra move speed. Very nice.
Yeah, nice place.
Don't mind Marius. The only gardens where he comes from are full of mushrooms.
Fair point. I hear you. I hear you, loot noise. Okay. Let me up. Give me the booty. Bloody hell, enough taking me round. Pretty sure this is not where I could hear the loot noise coming from. Ah! Where are we going? All the way here for what? For nothing? I mean, there is a chest here, to be fair. Few bits and bobs. We'll take them. Ah! When you put the voice acting on every swing, so even if you're just attacking boxes. Oh, delightful. It's still there, the noise. Ah. Tiny lockbox, come here. There we go. Stoof.
Safe to say Andra's got a wealthy patron here somewhere.
Alright, before we make our way into the temple proper, I'm going to take a quick bio break I assume I'm not just going to get attacked in the street, so I can just leave some background on. Well, Hightown hasn't really had much in the way of background music, especially compared to the other city. But bob it there for a moment. So stretch your legs, refill your beverage. I'll be back with you in just a few minutes. I'll see you soon. And we're back. Thank you for your patience. Just get me set up. Alright. Temple hiding rebel scum. Let's see.
This is where the assassins are hiding? Temple seems like an odd choice.
Welcome to the temple.
Thank you. Transcript of a sermon. Andra Nigati, Lady of Lament, Mother. When you called so many godlike back to their divine source, many were spared, passed over. What say you to those of us who remain? Are we to carry out some great deed in your honour? Are we to live our lives as mere mortals deprived of your love? Or are we to await the day when we too are called home? When I stood at the pinnacle of Ukaizo, I felt closer to the gods than ever before. Now they could not feel more distance. Ticket who? Master Watershaper. I'm sure we... That wasn't our companion, was it? From the second game? Voiced by Travis, if memory serves. The sea and her love. A traditional Andrite hymn. The sea beheld her love, shining bright from on high. She bade him come down from his palace in the sky. Her love could not be swayed, so she took a peace into her heart. And all who saw her grief that day slept in her bosom still. Sweet. Hello.
Hail and well met. The Temple of Andra is open to all.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
Oh, you must be the Adiran envoy. How wonderful to meet a godlike in our holy sanctum. I take it you're here on official business.
Squint at her suspiciously. You don't seem like an assassin. Know anything about rebels here in Paradis?
Only rumors, of course. People say they're outlaws blending in with honest citizens. Killers and cut purses of the lowest sort.
Mm-hmm.
But why ask me about the... Wait, you're not implying that I'm involved with that lot, are you?
Killer is dressed as a mystic. Ring any bells?
Envoy, you're describing most of the district. Plus anyone with access to a robe.
I'm trying to see if I can get more information before I just go with it.
This has exhausted my patience.
Yeah.
A temple is no place for an interrogation.
You care about Paradis, so do I. Let me help.
Not to be rude, but Adirans only care about law and discipline.
Facade is cracking.
On others.
Well, at least she wasn't rude.
Why would anyone from Paradis trust the word of an Adiran, much less an envoy?
Ask Leo if I didn't... Oh no, because they're... As Subsentio, I want to help living lands, even to the detriment of outsiders.
That was you? Huh. All right. If you're willing to listen, then I'm willing to talk.
Finally, some progress.
I didn't want to come out right and say it, Marius.
Yes, I'm with the Resistance. We have a responsibility
wow.
to defy your empire,
Straight up
to
honesty.
protect our way of life. For some of us, that means hiding in plain sight, passing messages between contacts, playing a role. For others, it's kill or be killed.
Attack, you're coming with me, don't know. I could be sympathetic to your cause if I knew more about it.
Ask me anything you like, but be warned. You aren't ready for the answers.
What does the Resistance want?
To be left alone. Paradis was fine without Adir. Your empire inserted itself where there was no need. You've impoverished us, turned my brothers and sisters into beggars, squatting outside our own city walls.
Then why target me? The city's full of Adirans.
None of them are the Emperor's plaything.
Yep, fair.
You must be special, and not in a good way.
Which one of your people killed me?
Egwulf.
Ah.
A powerful man, but not in the way Adir understands power. When he knocks an arrow, the gods hold their breath.
Outright said it as well.
If you think you can reason with him, don't bother. You have nothing he wants. I have nothing more to say to you. If you're so eager to die again, the one you want is downstairs in the cistern, no doubt sharpening his blade. The door is on the wall to your left.
She's even telling me to go in there. You should leave this city. It isn't safe anymore. I'm not going to tell her to turn herself in. She'll be killed.
What difference is it to you?
You believe in something. I hate to see that loyalty punished.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you're not as awful as I thought you'd be.
Yeah, we'll see how the game goes.
As soon as I've tidied up my affairs, I'll hightail it out of Paradis. You won't see me again.
Understood.
Well, that's over. How about we go deal with the Nim dude who killed you?
Take the door into the system. Your killer awaits you.
There you go. You said it was on the... She said it was on the left. Oh, there. That left. Uh-huh. Smuggler report. A woman got caught smuggling her goods into the city today. That goddamn Environment and Envoy lent their aid to the laughably incompetent guard that was tasked with the inspection. Not for help for the godlike. I'm sure that our contact would have made it into the city just fine. It was hauled away at some cellar or another. I just hope that whatever fate awaits her in too harsh. I hope so too, but I mean... Can I have come here without even getting involved with that? Would this note have spawned? Oh, that makes me so curious. Okay. You seem to think that there would be no negotiation here.
Stale air, thick darkness, and a smell that peels your eyes back. Reminds me of home.
No, I just skipped a bit.
Very funny, Kai. Any traps? Any tripwires? Quick save. Suddenly, sewer music. Game says here, have an electric grenade and a healing potion. You'll probably need them. That looks like a way to rotate round when we finish.
They don't look friendly.
Keep quiet.
It's murder on sight, is it? Very well. Haven't seen us yet. Could this be? A stealth mission, Snake? Probably not. Nope. Oh well.
Oh, no, you don't.
Good dodging, sir. Oh, I love these parries. Just feels good. Can I parry into a heavy attack? Let me try. Yeah.
These
Oh, I could have blown up.
They're just regular people with weapons. They're trying to kill us. What else do you need to know? Watch out. Pressure plates on the floor.
Understood. Pressure plates that have killed a spider. Okay, so very gently. Very carefully.
If you want help burning through that, just say the word.
Wolf's log 2. Journal entry is dated several weeks ago. Sources tells me an envoy is coming from Adir. Strange. What can they accomplish here that Inquisitor Ludwin can't? We'll have to observe from afar and remove them if they become a problem. We knew this day was nigh. The Empire's coming for us. Yeah. Let me check the other way first, because that seems to be the main way to go. Oh, yep. There's a way to get down to the lower cistern. Oh, no, yeah. Yep. I should have known it would happen.
Aye, aye.
Spiders.
Good one. Here we go.
Hey, you jammy bastard. Oh, that healing isn't actually happening while the poison counteracts it.
He sucks so.
What do you mean, Kai? There's more spiders about, isn't there? Hello, hello.
Here it comes.
No way in there, but at least we cleared some webs. Why, hello, hello. Stuff above us. How to get up would be the question. Not a chance. See, maybe it loops around.
That web means. Be ready.
More blessed spiders. Fui tu meio.
Stand back.
Damn it.
What's up? Take your back.
Well, spider.
That all you had?
Plenty of grenades. Probably should have used them. Might not have been killed by the spiders. Ah, the fancy chest we saw. I believe in my teammates, they'll be fine. I think rather than breaking stuff down, I do need to sell some stuff after this. Hello, hello. What are you two doing? There wasn't that many spiders left. Oh, there were bigger spiders. Oh no.
He sucks so.
Ow. Jammy. Triple combo. Harried spider.
What about these spiders? Are they threatening enough for you?
The spiders are just trying to survive. Maybe these people are too.
Gods, not this sucker.
I sense a Marius lecture coming.
Tripwire? No, it's just the way the ground's reacting. Let's try up in that spot then. Hard to know in twisty places where is the main way the game wants you to go, which is a side path. Don't like missing stuff. This may be readily apparent. Night prayer. Drag a piece of parchment contains a morbid prayer to Skane. O quiet slave, accept this offering as worthy sacrifice. In darkness did I nurture my hatred and drink of its bile. In shadow did I unleash it upon those that would control me. Into hiding will I return to escape the light of scrutiny. In your name resist the yoke of stifling authority. Yep, and then... I mean, you didn't hide in the shadow until after you had painted the walls with blood. Very artistic, at least. Alright, the other way then. Maybe it will loop back around into a higher up spot in that prior room. frosty bit. Game, are you trying to tell me I need a bit of frost to get up there? You are. Rather not whisk grenade yet. More spiders, I'll bet. Yeah. Ah, the lower system.
That key opens the big double doors we saw on the way here.
Very astute, Kai. I reckon it does too. Oh, that way leads up and over. What's down here then? It's a dead. That's alright. Ow. Give me up. Thank you. I don't mind my pistol on that. I just prefer using my greatsword. Does an okay amount of damage. Triggering that shock accumulation seems difficult.
Stair. You let that thief take all our supplies.
He was starving. I wasn't going to kill a man over a few rations.
These two have more history than I
needed our
thought.
supplies. We almost died without them.
True.
You let your heart get in the way of your survival.
When did you become a poet?
Just blessed day now. Like it?
I think I like Kai more than Marius. Game wants me over there. There's a ladder, so maybe there's something. No, could have been. Nope, just empty. Eh. I've been lent back into that higher part of that other room, though. Oh, nope, I tell a lie, we're in here now. We can get up there. Big sod-off gate mechanism. Don't want to go down yet. There's stuff up here. Oh. Any claim on none of it? Or an alt to shoot down, or levers to pull, broken chains. Nothing that screams climb on me. Maybe back in the other room, which I can't get to because I jumped down. God damned it. See if the other door leads round, otherwise I'm going to have to backtrack a wee bit. Eat some sausage, we'll be fine.
Why would you waste time building a deadly trap when a simple no entry sign would suffice?
Some people have way too much time on their hands.
Okay, that leads over there, not up and around. It is underneath. Maybe we go with it until we find a door that leads somewhere specific. We'll go with log 1. This page looked like it was penned recently and then ripped from its binding. What have I done? I made a terrible mistake. Either the prophecy was wrong or I misunderstood it. Either way, I am damned. I have to hide this journal, scatter it to the sewers, where even the gods cannot find the evidence of my guilt. Forgive me, Baroque. Pardon? That's me! What do you mean, forgive me? Does he not know I'm the envoy? Oh, suddenly this got way more intriguing. Why are you sweeping?
Probably disables the blades.
In front of this, just casually sweeping. Hello.
Nice work.
Okay, still no way backing up yet. One up there, get this dude quick.
Someone.
Damn it.
They come. Got your back.
We'll get the stealth button eventually. Healer first. Bonk. Come on. Ooh, there's that crackling bolt proc. It's not bad at all.
Didn't think that one through, did he?
No.
You're still mad about that thief, but we made it back to town, even without our supplies.
Not the blessed a point. You see a threat, you stop that threat. You don't give it your ration.
You think everyone's out to get you. This is why you don't have more friends.
Inclined to agree with Kai. Alright, Marius, calm down. See, this is why we bought all those lockpicks. Gotta have a ready supply. Oh, delicious. More stuff to sell. Oh. It's right. The chest plate was absolutely worth it. Okay, this might lead back around to the other bit. We're just chilling, having an apple. Don't think I can get to his mate in time. Bum, 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 bum. Saw nothing. Absolutely nothing. Aha.
Another one down.
Didn't even stir. Oh, hello, hiding in the shadows. Now they know.
I heard something.
No, you didn't. No, 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 no. Surely not. Imagine if there actually is a stealth mission at some point in this game. Will be useless.
You're not getting away.
Ah, well, we tried. Good kick. And it's over. That ragdolling is fantastic. Look, we are getting up to the top. I'm glad I didn't then spend 20 minutes trying to find a way up ahead of time.
So, would you have killed that thief for taking our stuff?
Oh, I was loud.
You're mine now. Person rough.
It's not to aim that. It's not quite homing. Alright, Marius, please. They've got her. A little bit up there. Something over there. There isn't a path to jump round from that angle though, so see if it winds around. I don't. Little ledge on light there, but I mean, in very. No. Okay. That one's too far away unless I use my charge move, which I may fall off. Oh! Aha! Oh, hello.
You're bold to come.
I bet it just loops around to the other bit, doesn't it? Wolf's log 4. This journal was penned very recently. Killed the envoy and the gods brought them back. What does this mean? It must have some higher purpose and I am too unworthy to grasp it. I failed. Now they are coming for me. What can I offer them but my apologies and my neck? I mean, it sounds like he might not necessarily immediately be aggro towards us. Maybe we can make a friend of this rebel leader who killed me. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah. Gently does it. Oh. Please, box. Just give me your contents. Thank you. Okay, and that was the way around we came. Make sure we loot the stuff.
On his way, without our blessed day supplies. Then he would have died. How do you know? We didn't.
So many bits. Oh! Almost robbed. Really changed just because it's been sat there for so long. Let's. There we go. Yeah. All right, in here, are we? Right, Bob, a quick save.
Get ready. My money says our assassin's on the other side of that door.
Right, he's ready.
So it is true. You're alive. You're truly alive.
Yes.
Spoken like an assassin who's confident in his work.
Well, how could this be? I killed you.
I'm asking the questions here. You owe me answers, justice, and an apology.
You deserve all of that. And more.
Oh, well, shit.
Stay your weapon, please. Hear me. Let me speak for Paradis. Then you can decide if we part as friend or as foe.
Speak, then.
Envoy, I killed you because the people of Paradis have suffered under the boot of Adir.
So wasn't it the Clavige's responsibility to advocate for the Paradisians?
For better or worse, yes. Though that ended when he went into the wilderness with your ambassador.
Oh, yes. Are you suggesting the ambassador had something to do with the Clavige's death?
I didn't, though that is where your mind went, isn't it?
100%.
In any case, it was not the Clavige's death that made me decide to kill you. It was because your face came to me in a dream. A vision I believed was sent from the gods.
Do you kill everyone you see in your dreams?
This was no ordinary dream. It was not imagination. It was communion. Your face was as clear in my mind as it appears to me now. You were standing under the sign of Adir. Your feet became roots and reached deep into the soil, wrapping round Ardra in the darkness.
In truth, I have had visions when I touched the Ardra in the Living Lands.
Dreams, visions, they can be confusing things. I took the vision as a call to kill you in the hopes that I might stop Adir from conquering this land.
You still truly believe that?
No. The gods spared you for a reason. And I have faith in the gods.
I mean, he sounds sincere.
I cannot imagine what the gods want for us, but you are at the center of it. The proof stands before me.
There's definitely something. It's written all over your face.
Rude, Marius.
The only thing standing before us is a bunch of well-armed people. Let's take this slow. No sudden movements.
The gods aren't finished with you yet.
can't believe you killed me for something I haven't even done.
Perhaps this was what the vision meant for me to do all along. Maybe the gods wanted us to meet in this way. Who can say? I hope you do better things with this knowledge than I did. You have me cornered, but I will not hesitate to defend myself. Cowardice is not our way. My fate is in your hands. Do with it what you will.
Louis told me what the Steel Grot have done to the people of Paradis. What it's worth. I'm sorry.
If you take nothing else from this, remember that the cruelty of the Steel Garrote has no end. The Deerans have bought most of the property in Paradis, pushed out many of the families. You installed yourselves at Fort Northreach to police trade and fishing with no authority. Ardir now controls the import of all foreign goods, forcing Paradisans to deal with your people to get them.
That may not be the whole story, but it's part of it.
I'm glad Kai's here to kind of devil's advocate.
Such dealings are regulated through Adiran contracts, contracts that are both deceptive and manipulative. When Paradisans dare to challenge these contracts, we're punished by the Steel Garrote. Whatever wrong I've committed against you, I will not apologize for striking back at Ardir.
And he's singing a song that I'm happy to hear. Kai, Marius, what do you think?
Normally, I'd say if someone tries to kill you once, don't give them a chance to do it again. But I think he's actually come around to something. It's rare to see a real change of heart. Rarer still to have the opportunity to give someone a second chance. Don't squander it.
If you spare him, he'll just kill you again. I doubt you'll get a second chance. Not a huge fan of cold-blooded murder. We survive by removing threats, and this guy is a threat.
If you're guided by the hearts of your companions, then they too serve the gods.
I'm not going to make them confess. Take your people and leave, or I change my mind.
You mean it? You have no thirst for vengeance, no righteous desire for justice.
No, I got better.
You really are full of surprises, Envoy.
You're really letting us go?
Psych! Stop! No. The quarrel was never with me. Why make a bad situation worse?
At least we agree on that much. Thank you, Envoy. If our paths are meant to cross again, let it be in peace.
Can hope so.
Big mistake, Envoy. He killed you once. He'll do it again.
I'll be fine.
When a warrior acts with honor, we mark the occasion with a gift, and in my
Oh,
case,
thank you.
an apology. Please, accept both.
Free. The hair forgives. The tide ends on the placid shore.
Explain yourself, voice.
We learn. We twine.
Or maybe my actions are somehow influencing the god. I mean, I've done some stuff she doesn't approve of. They don't approve of. Can't tell.
You know, it's harder to keep you alive if you keep setting free all the people who want to kill you.
I know. But, we need to go and tell the lady upstairs she might not have to leave.
Relax,
Oh, she probably
Marius.
still has
If
to
he
leave.
wanted the Envoy dead, I doubt he'd send us away with presents.
The key.
For what it's worth.
Don't bother going back the way you came. Between the pillars to the right of the stairs. That's your way out.
Thank
One
you.
more thing. Thanks. We were wrong about you.
That's okay.
What do you want? An apology? No.
You're all right in my book, boy.
I'm not going to try and get this potion with that barrel right there. Hey, we're good. Well, that could have been a fight down here, but I am glad diplomacy ruled the day. I'm a bit of a bleed now, it's true, but which is the whole paladin thing, at least to me. Game is very much setting up the Steel Garrote as like your very zealous, overly authoritarian justice paladins in a way that is uncomfortable. We will see how that ends up, though, I'm sure. At the very least, meeting again with Lodwyn's going to be interesting. I don't know how that's going to go at all.
I won't forget your mercy.
Good. Won't forget your cool hat. Call to arms. Brothers and sisters of Paradis, it is well past time to push these Adiran dogs out of the living lands and out of our home. It is only through our bravery and might that our children and their children may live freely. Instead of being ground down beneath the heel of a deer, fear not death, for it is a kind of fate than subjugation. And only through spilled blood will we remain independent from an empire that cares nothing for us. I mean, they are right.
Hopefully you made an ally here today, Envoy.
We'll definitely be seeing them again. You all but guaranteed.
Unfortunately, I don't think your friends at the embassy will be happy about this.
No, I don't think they will.
I never really expect them to be happy about anything. I have some thoughts, Envoy. Let's talk about it at camp.
At some point, Marius, we will make camp and have a good old natter. That's for damn sure. Let's go and talk to the priestess lady and let her know everyone and all her friends are still... No, do you know what? They're not all alive. It's kind of annoying that didn't come up at all. I have killed like 20 people making my way in here to not kill the leader. I mean, they did try to kill me immediately. It's not like they wanted to talk. Does certainly put a damper on the whole thing, though. I have become encumbered. I will move slower. I need to break down parts or stash them in camp. I just need to find a cellar. That's fine. Oh. She's gone already. Well, good on her. It's probably wise. And I leveled. Hang on. Let's go sell some stuff up here.
Hail.
Hello again, merchant.
You're back.
Alright, what do we got? Oh. Axe, couple of daggers. Now, if it was a lightning book. Okay, it's a bit of money. We're not quite all the way back to where we were, but it's something. Okay, now then. It's to go find the Watcher. The Scales of Justice. That one's for much further afield. Hence the triple skull. I'll go talk to what's his name at the embassy. I'm sure he's going to be very upset with me. I should be able to now just travel to where I need to in the market. Yeah, said overlooking the market district. So, I need to find a balcony around here. Time for some more platforming. Hope for the best. No, I leveled, of course. Let's see. Lots of options. Increasing the distance might help me with some platformy stuff, but I don't know. Level 10, I can deflect arrows. That'll be useful. Don't need any of those. The food one's interesting, but blown me away yet. Could learn a proper lightning spell. Bounce one. I'd want to use it first before spending the point, to be fair, though. Like, Jolting Touch is okay, but meh. we get new recipes for food stuff with that one. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know at all. I don't use them that often, though, to be fair. Not like I got a crit build going or anything like that. Bleed's probably going to be helpful. I'm just not a big fan of debuffs. The stamina penalty at the moment isn't being too much of a problem. Regenerating slowly 100% of the health I've lost, though, that's probably just pretty good. Right, do we want a bit more perception? I just said we weren't doing a crit build, but it's been so useful in conversation. I don't know how high I'd need to get it. Like, not miss anything in dialogue. One more. If I see anything above a 6, I will be impressed. Right, let's see if we can find these scales. Should be up here somewhere. This is the market district, so I'm looking for a balcony. Assumably a balcony I can climb upon.
You should see the drunks try to grab the lanterns. Gets me every time.
Very silly, Kai. Very silly indeed. No, I beefed it. My ankle. So much pain. You two can wait, you know, while I'm trying to get myself in a lot of bother. Hey, gotcha. Honey, some grog, and a ledger. Note tucked in the front cover of the ledger reads, Kana, I'll be out tomorrow, so do me a favour and keep your eye on the bridge near the Adiran embassy. The local runts have been stealing from the market and dropping things in the canal. Some kind of game, probably. A lot of it looks valuable. Let me know if they add anything while I'm gone. Or better yet, if you want to take off early and swim for it, be my guest. I think I just found a hammer down there. Balcony there. Read the note again. Overlooking booths where goods are sold, this balcony leads to Order's Hold. I will find it. Feels like it has to be that one. To get up there's the question. All the way over and around? Oh, suddenly we have Adiran guards in the place I cleared out. City changed pretty quickly. Nice to see it reacting. It's subtle, but it is reacting to what's been happening. Okay. Where's that paintbrush balcony? No, no, no! Terrible at platforming. Oh, this will be easier. Overcomplicating the damn thing for myself. Crouch, bit to up. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Oh, I hear a shiny. Game letting me know it's nearby. Whatever you're looking for, it's nearby. Chest first. Bit of money. Couple eggs. Boiled food, some wine, another egg. Oh, hello, hello. Regular sword. More stoof. More money. Pour someone's bed. Ooh.
Ready? Aim.
Maybe it didn't mean it was on a balcony, but a balcony led to where said scales are. Hello, ghost.
Right behind you.
Don't mind me.
Never saw it come.
Oh, way more ghosts. Oh, very, very weenie ghosts right now. Whoop, there's more. Don't like that they can just spawn in. Especially so early in the game. That feels like the game saying, hey, I'm going to hit you with this later.
Ready for more?
Not me, Kai, I'm good. Merchant's Journal. Used to get wagons of ore from Sovereign Point every month. Now, a year of silence. Either the mine dried up or something happened to the settlement. Either way, I can't stay in business like this. Turns out I'm not the only one getting nervous. A lot of outposts inland have gone quiet. Plague, disappearances, creatures gone mad. Everyone's heard the rumours, but no one's got the answers. This can't go on. We rely on each other for essentials. Unless something changes, we're going to die out here. Aye, more mushroom disease by the sounds of it.
Looks like another piece of
Aha!
totem.
Beautiful. All 6. You'd love to see it. Critical hits deal high fire accumulation. This solid gold scale has an unmistakable aura of impartial judgment radiating from it. And the other one was reducing my companion's abilities by 15%. Crimson Jewel seems to emanate unbridled malice that you can't help but feel is directed at you. Oh, nice. Thanks, Boudica. Next time we go back to camp, then. I believe that just leaves the... yeah, just the main quest, which is to go and see the Watcher. Let me first nip to... where's the ambassadors? That way. Let him know. I found out who killed me, and I let them go because they were, you know, they were pretty reasonable about it. Makes the question, did they hire the Sparrowhawks who we fought last time in the city just to attack me on sight? Was that against orders? They seem like a separate organization. It's odd that he seemed to repent trying to kill me, but still be so aggro about... oh.
So they finally sent one of their bootlickers to talk. Is that it?
I just got here. Peace, friend. I don't have any quarrel with you.
Is that so? Well, you better find some quarrel real fast.
Oh, no.
Where's the what you adherents do?
Look, I know the ambassador probably killed him, but... this was a mistake. I'm surprised the city has had so much going on back to back.
Nice job, everyone.
Mess with the Empire.
Alright, soldier. Chill out. Hey, Garrick, how you doing?
None of the clerks believe my story.
I know, it's unsurprising.
Tell me you brought good news.
Quick save. I still suspect you killed the Claviger. Didn't look like no bare wounds to me.
Envoy, a pleasure as always.
Oh, interesting. Listen, if you hear anything about Gilwana in the future, pay it no mind.
Courtesan? Interesting. I had my theories about a
Or
certain
maybe I
shipment
should
of
have put...
herbs.
No, they're all good. They're fine.
Let us also say that I know why and how these herbs are being used. And I assume you figured it out as well. Do you object?
You don't?
The courtesan, Juliana, fulfills an important public service to the House of Cards we call Paradis. And I hate to remove a card without knowing there's some way to prevent a collapse.
Right. Fair point. Just wanted you to be... I wish I hadn't brought it to his attention.
Noted. Thank you for your diligence, Envoy. Better to know these things and bide our time.
Now there's the fucking red flag.
Probably best not to get involved. No one gets too uptight about what happens at the bathhouse.
No, and it was
Out here,
helping
we
them
like to
there.
think of laws as suggestions. Glad to see you're embracing the local culture.
Well, there was no way to tell him that we found our murderer, but that's fine. In which case, then, we need to have a good old natter with everybody at camp, and then head up to the Watcher's house. I don't think we can upgrade our gear. I think we have enough crafting materials to maybe upgrade those crafting materials into better crafting materials, but I don't quite get all the systems yet. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You might want to
Why is
consider
not sat
not
up at
washing
10?
your clothes in safflower oil.
I hate to break it to you, but regular laundry is a common courtesy when you're traveling with a group.
No, it's fine. If you feel the need to wash your clothes, go right ahead. Just use something else.
Sweat and midday breezes don't count as washing, you know.
Right, so I smell like the wilderness. You people stand out like a tree rat in heat. You've been complaining
What is
about
a
the
tree
flies,
rat?
though. They're attracted to the scent of sap flowers.
Thanks, Marius. That's helpful.
Well, don't get used to it.
They got there in the end. Right. Oh. Is this the other gods? Try and hear him.
Are you certain?
Oh shit.
I know what I sensed. I am beyond all doubt.
A source of essence? In the living lands? Impossible.
Keep listening in silence. Let's not alert the other gods that I can hear them.
I felt the flutter of Audra. There was no mistaking it.
Might help our strange plant god.
I followed it, but a mist blinded me. I could not proceed.
A vein separate from ours?
I cannot explain it any other way.
An ill wind blows through Aora if any of what you say is true.
The paladins are already here. Some more about these implications.
It may not be hostile.
Its existence is hostile.
Please. I've considered this with care. Think of the kith who live there. Always just beyond our reach.
I assume nothing. I will not rest until I learn the truth of this. If we cannot bring it to light, we all may be at stake.
There. Adds a little culture to the camp, doesn't it?
Fascinating. It's a lot of stuff. I've got to remember to use my companion's abilities. So, in theory then, will I be able to... It looks like there will be 4.
If you ever want to talk about anything,
I wonder if I can have all 4 at once. Seems like I'd be pretty powerful.
That, but I'm alright.
If you ever change your mind, the offer's...
Oh, I thought that conversation might continue. Okay, I can craft the fancier bits, and I've got plenty of stuff to do so. Some more tantide. Doesn't cost gold. And a Hylian Talon. How many of those can I make? Requires those goddamn plants. $16 and 4. Sword's gonna take 10 and 6. Ay. How many can I make? 12. Okay. Sword first. Lovely stuff. Hey, and we had enough for each of them. Not enough for any more, though. Ooh, I can do one on my gun if I get some branch. Well, at least this is where all the breaking down and stuff rather than selling it's coming into play. Oh, how about the enchant
Okay,
on my fancy sword? I keep forgetting that's how this works. Full combo gives 25% attack speed. What is a full combo with this thing? See, that doesn't seem any faster the second time. Do I have to land the full combo? Assume so. What can I swap it for? More attack speed. Or power attacks deal high stun and bleed. That's probably better. I've not noticed the attack speed thing. So we'll do cutting retort. Love how it's framed. Aggressive debate, overwhelming argument, and cutting retort. Oh, very silly. There you go. Nice. Only weapons, though. I've just noticed it doesn't work on any of his armor. Which is interesting.
What are you grinning about?
Huh? I wasn't grinning.
Judging by the number of tents, we at least get 2 more companions.
That's just how my face looks.
Unless another
Marius.
stands next to Kai here.
Hey, you got something on your mind? Something you want to talk about?
See? You're doing it now.
Well, now you're being funny.
Oh, gods. I'm just making it worse.
Silly pet. Alright, Marius, let's have a good old natter with you.
It's not every day you get to deal with the person who killed you. And since you set them free, you get to deal with them again sometime in the future.
Killing for revenge, not my way.
That's interesting. Good to know you're the forgiving sort. Anyway, it doesn't matter what I think. You found the assassin, and you're still alive, which means well done, Marius. Anyway.
Fair point. Talk about Dawnshore, what do you know?
What do you want to know?
Can you tell me about it?
Lovely place, as the living lands goes. I advise most people to stay around here if they're looking to settle. Paradis isn't the safest place in the world, but it is the safest place in the lands. Walls and guards go a long way out here. Other than that, you've got bits of forest, grasslands, some caves,
Very articulate with his
cliffs,
hands.
and all sorts of things to get you into trouble.
Just noticed the chest piece, by the way. So many small knives, double pockets, the teeth.
This is the easiest place to survive in the living lands. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Anything interesting?
Huh. Heard an envoy from Adir showed up and got himself killed. Other than that, nothing.
Fair.
Honestly, I don't listen out for gossip much. I don't know what to tell you.
Any tips for survival?
Let's see. Normally you look for some shelter first. Cut down a few small trees, gather moss to keep the wind out. Nothing too elaborate. With so little tree cover, you want to keep moving. The reeds near the coast make great fibers for rope, so you can lash branches together and make a decent roof.
Imagine if it was also a survival game.
Of course, we're always moving, so we just make a quick camp and carry on. So you don't have to worry about all that.
And for now, then.
Right. Good talk.
Oh, I was asking him about him.
No offense, but you leave a pretty wide trail, envoy.
My assassin would probably agree with
We
you.
can ask him when he inevitably tracks you down again. An Adiran official who's new in town turns a lot of heads, especially when they're traveling with a Nimdu like Kai.
A Nimdu? A Lember term for an idiot or jackass, often used in friendly manner amongst colleagues. Fair enough. I said you knew each other from before.
Well, we've worked together in the past. It was mostly him crashing blindly through the weeds after I advised him not to. We found your assassin. Maybe I can help you avoid being killed again in the future.
If you want to travel
My
along.
guess is you'll need a guide once you leave Paradis, too. They say I'm the best there is.
Lovely. You're welcome to join us.
Merci, envoy. I'll make myself at home.
A Lember word for thanks. I figured.
Anyway, enough chat. I'm sure you have things to do.
No, I'm trying to learn about you, Marius.
Anyway.
What about you?
Ask away.
Understand you grew up in Solace?
Yes, I did. The less we talk about that, the better.
He doesn't want to. Well, now you have to tell me what happened.
No, I really don't.
Damn it.
I don't need to know how many men you've killed to know you're more than capable in battle. Now, we just met, envoy, and I'm here to do a job. Maybe we'll be best of friends someday, but this isn't that day. Best we just keep things professional.
That was unnecessarily challenge accepted. Understood.
Thank you. Not everyone accepts that some things are best left in the past.
What exactly makes you the best hunter in the living lands?
Well, I'm one of the very few people who spends most of their time out in the wilds and haven't gotten themselves killed yet. I know the difference between hay-bleed toxin and high-tox bloom, which is something you should be really thankful for.
Well, especially when I pick it all up.
And you know the Balrog and the grinning Balrog?
You killed it?
No, but I am one of the few who have seen a Balrog and lived. Mostly because I had the brains to run the Dragu out of there.
Seems to me we'll be fighting one of those before this game's done then.
The key is survival. I understand that, and a lot of people don't. And that's why they're dead, and I'm still here.
He's a little pragmatic for my companion taste, but we'll see who else we get down the line.
We're gonna get you where you're going, Envoy. Alive and with as few blithe tail bites as possible.
And to be fair to Kai, not just the fact it's Garrus's voice actor, he's actually winning me over just as an individual. I like him a lot.
That, more or less, is all you need to know about me.
About the language you're speaking.
Same one you are. What kind of blessed question is that?
You know what I mean.
Oh, huh. I see. I sometimes use Lember without really thinking about it. That's what you mean, right?
What is Lember?
Lember is the language spoken in Solace, though everyone knows Adiran because it's a common tongue.
Solace is just a place where, like, dwarves are. It's not like a language-specific... Well, it doesn't say it. It's the residents of the Wardens, not necessarily dwarves. That's the other place.
You don't hear Lember much in the rest of the lands. Makes it easy to see which of us are from Solace and which aren't.
Can you teach it to me?
I barely realize I'm doing it anymore. If you want to learn Lember, you'll have to spend time in Solace. And that's not going to happen anytime blessed soon.
Why not?
Because Solace doesn't love outsiders. I can't be more plain than that.
Well, the game's definitely signaled we will be going there.
I'm sure you'll pick it up as we travel. It's not that blessed difficult.
There. That's all for now.
Changing the subject. What do you need?
Tell me about Kai.
Companions? It's just Kai, isn't it? As you know, Kai and I have worked together in the past. It's a blessed miracle he never got me killed. Honestly, he's a good guy. A bit too quick to ask questions for my taste, but... Kai's good enough. Tell him I said that I'll cut a hole in your water skins.
What a threat to make. Not I'll cut a hole in you, your water skins. Get some rest.
Pleasant dreams.
Fucking leave my water skins alone, Marius. Hey, Kai.
Listen, I wanted to talk to you about Juliana.
Okay.
I know you're not asking my opinion, but for what it's worth, I appreciate you understanding her situation.
Oh, no, absolutely. She's not hurting anyone. She'll be free to conduct her business as she pleases.
I couldn't agree with you more. Out here, you've got to live and let live. Principles are one thing, but you can't let them get in the way of basic decency. I wish more of your countrymen took that view.
So do I. Seem invested in that pair of Adrian outlaws.
I'm sure you had your own reasons, but I'm glad you helped those two fugitives get to Thirdborn. A lot of people in your position would have left them high and dry, or turned them in.
They seem like decent people in a bad spot.
Yeah, I thought so too. We've all been there. I'm just glad to see people get a second chance.
He's talked about that a lot. I imagine either he had the opportunity to be given one and was, and is very grateful for it, or wasn't, and regrets it deeply.
And I'm relieved to know you're the kind of person who's willing to grant them.
Or he's got a deep dark secret that's going to come out a few, like 10 more hours from now, and is going to hope we give him a second chance.
Even when
We'll
your
see.
official duties might suggest otherwise.
Aha! No, look! Straight away, thanks, game. You've got a lot to say about second chances. Something you want to confess.
I've been told I snore,
Aha.
so I hope you don't exile me from camp.
Bless him. How long have rebels been active in Paradis?
Rebellion's more like our natural state of being in the living lands. People on the island don't much like being told what to do. In fact, many come here specifically for that reason.
I can sympathise. How was he get out from under the rules and restrictions of life back home?
Don't speak too soon. because they may have followed you here. Paradis used to be a lot more violent. Now, bandits like the Sparrowhawks at least have to limit their activities. Of course, that change has come thanks to Ambassador Heelguard's adherent troops.
Still don't trust him.
And the Stilgarrote.
Or them.
Ludwine and her paladins have been busy in the hinterlands. It's all rumor and speculation, but I don't think they're making your cause any friends.
No, I don't either. Stilgarrote isn't our dear. They're just assisting us.
If they're here under your banner, people will see their actions as representing you.
Very fair. What are these rumors?
I don't like to gossip.
Yes, you do.
Since when?
Okay, I like fun gossip. They say she's hunting down so-called agitators, flattening entire settlements that stand in her way. Of course, all the news reaching Paradis is jumbled together. Stories about the Dream Scourge, the Stilgarrote, and the weird happenings that are almost commonplace around here. So it's hard to say what's true.
Sounds like her efforts risk turning people against the deer.
I think you're right. I don't know that these rebels are all that organized yet. But where there's foam, there's rocks, as the saying goes.
Any more things for you,
Good
Kai?
thing you're asking the expert.
Tell me about Mark.
You're asking me? I'm not much of a gossip. Okay, who do you want to know about?
Marius.
Long enough that he's got a good roster of stories about my blunders in the wilds, which he'll remind us of constantly. He's got a soft heart under that gruff exterior. He feels things more deeply than he lets on, so...
Well, that's nice to hear.
If he burns the stew one evening, maybe don't mention it.
Oh, bless. It's difficult to get to know him. He doesn't really open up.
Give him time, and don't rush the process. Think of him like a skittish little cub. He just needs to get used to you, but he'll come around once he does.
All right.
Definitely don't tell him I said that.
The pair of you, honestly.
Sure.
All right. Good night.
Holler if you need anything else.
Right. On bed, let us cook at the cauldron. What can we make? Need to cook more meats. More dessert as well. Delicious cookie. Got like 6 of these now, and these like more not permanent buffs, but buffs that seem to last a while. More porridge though. Absolutely need more porridge. Just having health and mana healing at the same time is pretty good. Ooh, the beetle pie. A baked pie filled with beetle meat. The savoury pie tries to carefully conceal the taste of beetle meat and mostly succeeds. Okay. Just miscellaneous stew. Luckily none of this weighs anything in my inventory, so it's not too bad either way. Can make some cheese wedges out of the cheese wheel. Oh, some tea. That's a load of mana restoration for tea. Beautiful. Or we can make some grenades, but I don't want to use all my crafting materials. The ale gives max health. Ale made from an old Paragon recipe is significantly more bitter and strong than common ale. Common cause of either fighting or merriment among the wardens of Solace Keep. Grab a few of those then. Some salted trout. I'll do for now. I think we've got plenty of food in our stores. For the moment. Alright, before we go and investigate the Watcher, I'm just going to take another quick... Kai, what is it?
Listen, this is something I never thought I'd have to ask, but can we talk about you coming back from the dead?
Oh, go on then. You were there? What did you see?
I saw you take an arrow to the gut and collapse. Your skin went cold and you stopped moving. It happened fast. By the time I got you to Liviana's, I don't think you had a pulse. You certainly weren't breathing.
Oh, I'm touched that he acts so quickly.
You must have spent 20 minutes as a corpse on one of her cots before you just came back. What did you see while you were gone? What do you remember?
I finally encountered someone in the beyond.
Wait. Someone? Who was it? Or what was it?
The same voice I heard in the Adra in the Strangle Root.
Well, that's good. Imagine how much worse this would be if you had two cryptic entities clamoring for your attention.
Can't say for certain they're not yet.
So, someone is reaching out to you from the beyond. They saved you from death, and now they want you to free them from wherever they are.
Yes? Question mark?
Do you trust them?
Ooh. I think so. They don't seem malicious. They seem as confused as I feel.
I guess that's some comfort. Well, even in the land of the strange, you have had the strangest experience I've ever heard of, and you haven't even left Dawnshore. That's quite a feat.
I know, we're on bloody chapter 1. Thanks, exclamation mark. Thanks, question mark. Thanks.
You're welcome. So, this whole time you were in the beyond, and then you were just sent back.
That's why we level perception. Something you want to ask, just ask.
Do you think there's a way to bring people back from the dead?
Oh no, Kai. I'm sorry, but no.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, speaking of second chances, did someone who you wanted to give or receive a second chance die?
Still, thanks for humoring me.
Hmm.
You must be tired. I know I am. Hopefully that Watcher Runid will have some answers for us.
Aye.
For now, let's get some rest.
Absolutely. Good night, Kai.
Night, envoy.
You son of a bitch. You have another question for me.
Not everyone warrants an assassination attempt, you know. You should be flattered.
Should I also be offended he changed his mind?
Not at all. He was even more in awe of you when we found him in the cistern. And you really had him at a loss when you let him go.
I did.
Me too, for that matter. Don't get me wrong, I'm impressed. Not many in your position would have let him walk away.
It was the right thing to do.
Things aren't always that clear, especially when you're staring down a man who tried to send you back to the wheel. But I like your certainty. Why'd you do it?
Mercy, I try not to shed blood unless I have to.
Admirable. Especially for a celebrated war hero. I'm afraid we haven't seen the last of this conflict, though.
Nah.
Eagwolf isn't the only hothead in the living lands, and he's certainly not the only one with his hackles up about all you Adira newcomers.
No, I bet the necromancers are going to have a right time with me.
And Ludwig and the Steel Garrote are only making matters worse.
I'll tuck her down.
They're a match to a powder keg. Your ambassador and the rest of the Adiran forces have been dragging the frontier, kicking and screaming towards order and civilization. All the things that half of us moved here to escape. Then, one day, Ludwig and the Steel Garrote show up to reinforce the Adiran presence, and they're as harsh as Wodaka herself.
Yes, I've always found them a bit too zealous for my liking.
Mine too. I understand discipline, but you've got to know when to give. It remains to be seen whether Ambassador Hilgard and Ludwig are rowing in the same direction.
Same direction, different lanes, maybe.
But I fear there's trouble on the horizon, especially if the Steel Garrote's tactics win out.
Worries me too.
Nice to know I'm in good company.
Something's on your mind.
Just thinking about Claviger Amon. I let him down. I've let a few people down over the years.
There it is again.
But I did promise someone once that I'd do my part to look after all of us riffraff who've made a home here.
Second chances.
My best chance of doing that is helping you investigate this plague and keep a lid on tensions. And, hopefully, fend off any future assassination attempts.
Oh, that'd be nice. I'm glad for the company.
feeling's mutual. It's nice to share a campfire again. I think that's enough doom and gloom for one night, don't you?
Now, you're not going to spark up another one, are you?
Sleep easy, Envoy. As best you can. Enjoy the ocean breeze while we're here.
Okay, we're clear and good. So I desperately need that bio break. Alright. And we'll see what the deal is with the Watcher. So stretch your legs, refill your beverage. I'll be back with you
By the
in
way,
just a few
I never met that Orlin girl before in my life.
minutes.
What Orlin girl?
You remember. The one in the camp in Shadow Peaks? With the thing on her head?
Oh, yeah. Nice eyes, chipped tooth. Thinking about her again, huh?
You thought we had a past or something. But I never seen her before in my
I'm going to
life.
have to pause it, aren't I? So they don't
We
just
could
have
see her
loads of these
again
I'll
if you
miss.
want. I think she liked you.
Well, anyway, just wanted to clear that up. Yeah, a good talk.
Some women like the brooding, mysterious types. You just gotta work on your small talk.
Wonder how this will be with a busier camp. Alright, there's still a little bit of background music. Alright, back soon. And we're back. Thank you for his patience. Get my headset back on, have a swig of my very cold beverage. And you all are there. Make sure you all do the same out there. Hopefully it's a warmer beverage for you though. Right. Where's that Adra crystal? There we go. To the Watcher.
The wood echoes, strangled suffering. We knew this creature.
You speak to me in dreams too?
The Adra hums beneath the moon. The bear The rot in the heart. Did its beauty sing to you?
Ah, see, now this is worrying. That I put down, I suppose its death had a kind of beauty.
Wilt, then grow again.
See, that now it's starting to sound like fungus spreading. I still don't know if this is some kind of benevolent god or if it is just put the fungus out there.
What gleams cannot be a monster. We wish you had not killed it.
Bear was sick. There's nothing I could do.
Cull the sickness, clear the rot. Kill one to save the other. Still, violets and the stars. We wish for both.
Alright, what would you have done?
Earth into rebirth. Growth into life again. Beauty without end.
Didn't answer my question at all.
Must all we love turn to ash? Can we not save it?
Oof. They're both effectively saying the same thing. Sometimes the only mercy you can offer is death.
Mercy like a knife. It hunts all of us. God, mortal, beauty. Sleep now. We ponder.
As to any of these small conversations will actually have any bearing on major decisions remains to be seen. I think when we meet with Lodwyn, if actually being in a relationship with her in the past amounts to anything, that might be a decent indicator. Also seems as though enemies definitely don't respawn, at least thus far. I get around to a house. I have to make a bit of frost, don't I? There we go. Lovely. I've gone the wrong way? Didn't think I'd gone the wrong way. My geography, absolute garbage. There we go. No, it was good. It's fine. There's the house.
We can turn back at any moment. Nothing of value would be
Now,
lost.
I did accidentally take all the money out of the wishing pond in the back.
Ogre's Den with less reluctance.
When I say accidentally, I knew it was there. It wouldn't let me throw my coin in, so I picked them all up, and now I feel guilty.
Step closer, godlike.
You know, last time we came, she was just spouting off about how there was a burning and a tree and visions, but...
If it is a watcher you seek, then a watcher you have found.
This is giving me the shakes. Right, maybe I'll stand outside.
Yeah, go on, Marius, you're fine.
Why have you come to me, godlike?
I died and returned. You're supposed to give me a clean bill of health.
Let's have a look at you then. You who came to these shores on a royal errand. You who have died and returned. To open the door to your soul, we must first open a door to your mind. Now repeat after me. I stand on the shore between here and beyond.
Stand on the shore between here and beyond.
Very good. Spoken with conviction.
Oh, thank you. I don't think I did.
I dip my toe into bottomless depths.
Try harder. I dip my toe into bottomless depths.
The lake is a mirror. The mirror is a door. And the door stands open.
Lake is a mirror, the mirror is a door, and the door stands open.
A door? A garden gate?
Impossible. Someone is here with us? How?
Bloody good question.
Who are you? What are you? Show me what you are.
A hand knocks on our bark. Do we answer? How can they see?
No, our bark, my face.
What is this I hear? Old and forgotten. echoes of echoes. An uninvited passenger?
Now she's hearing voices. Great. Is that gonna cost us extra or something?
Marius, chill out.
Curious. Something clings to your soul, felt but unseen.
Voices, echoes in the placid lake. Shelter the sea from winter. Who reaches for our bars? Who speaks?
I don't like having to mediate this.
Enough! I have seen into your soul, and hereby close that which was open. The door is shut, the reading finished.
I learned nothing!
Well, that was truly unexpected.
I don't understand. What happened?
I am pleased to report I made contact with your soul, and then with something I cannot name. First, the good news. Not only is your soul healthy, it is strong, powerful. Strange for one who so recently died.
I'll take it.
Death leaves a scar, but you are unmarked. Instead of passing through the beyond, your soul was nurtured, protected, caged.
Soft. The shell cushions the egg.
Okay.
You only live because someone would not permit you to die. But I wonder, who?
The voice in my head?
I can say much, but that thing, whatever it is, eludes me. It has been years since I met a godlike. Their souls have a sonorous quality, like the music of a bell. A godlike soul sings together with the god that has claimed them, made them their own. It gives them power. Your soul, it has no chime. In its place, a thorn jabs at your essence, working its way to the surface.
That's good, right?
I told you the good news. Now comes the bad, or the unusual. When you came into this life, a thorn pierced the fabric of your soul, and your soul grew around it, trapping and embracing the invader.
I am the cage for the being in my head. Seems problematic.
A godlike's time is a gift, a blessing. But a godlike's thorn? That may be a curse.
Figures. I've been unlucky from the moment I set foot on the island.
We know that a god touched you at birth, but which one and why? They always signed their work, and none of them lay claim to you.
I think the godless people of this island used to actually have a god, from all we've learned so far.
Disturbing. Terrible. There are so few godlike remaining, and you are a stranger even among your own kind.
I'm healthy, but cursed and alone.
Better luck in your next life.
Wow.
I wish I could tell you that everything will work out in your favor, but the wheel turns by a merciless hand. One word of advice. When you find a pillar of Ardra, commune with it. Ardra has a strong link to the beyond.
Oh, I've already done that a couple of times. Thank you.
Before we close, have you any final questions?
No. I spoke to the other Watcher in Paradis. Any truth to her? I know the answer, but I want to hear what she says.
The city is full of desperate people in search of hope and willing to pay for it. But to answer your question, no, I have never met another like myself.
The ambassador wants some assurance that I'm okay. Am I okay?
As you understand the word, yes. You fell into death, and a guiding hand lifted you back onto your feet.
That guiding hand, whatever it is, must be what brought you back to life at Liviana's.
Your soul is healthy, but it is also a mystery beyond my sight.
About Marius's soul.
Marius. I
No,
see
immediately.
terrible pain, and the strength of will it takes to conceal it. I see jagged, self-inflicted scars.
Right. I could see that too if I don't get out of here soon.
What about Kai?
Kai, your soul is heavy, burdened, yet something is missing. Something not easily replaced.
Hey, we don't need to make this all about me.
This has been enlightening. Thank you.
For us both, I assure you.
Glad someone got something out of this.
Safe travels, godlike, and thank you for the glimpse at your wonderful soul. I will pray that your next turning of the wheel is uneventful. Until then, you are bound to live a rich and complicated life.
Worse things, I suppose.
Did you get any of that? That just sounded like a hot breeze to me.
This kind of thing makes my skin prickle. Let's get out of here.
Now can I make an offering at the pond? After my reading. Or just be reminded of all the money I stole. It was like 10 copper. Nope. No option. That's upsetting. Okay, now it's just return to the ambassador. We'll do that. Why not? Shouldn't it take long? Pushing myself a little bit for time, but it's alright. I was later starting than I wanted to. Again, there was some construction-y stuff in the room over. And I had to wait for drills to die down.
Fisherman missing. Last seen near the watermill, northwest of the river. Need coin? See Sansa in Hightown. Seeks explorers to...
Unsure if I have already helped said fisherman, or found them. Let's do a quick save just in case. Ambassador.
Oh, Envoy, you return. And you brought a friend. Ambassador Heelguard, at your service.
Always nice to meet an Adiran who isn't trying to goad me into a fight.
What of these rebels? The streets are full of rumors, but your word is the only one I trust.
I'll let my killer go free.
You what?
Yep.
Can't wait to hear how you spin this tale.
Envoy, tell me this isn't true.
He agreed to leave Paradis. That's all that matters.
Have I taken leave of my senses?
I want to get him riled up, you see. I want him to make a mistake.
We needed to answer this challenge with blood. Don't you see what this will do to our credibility? Thanks to you, these rebels will continue to undermine our work in the Living Lands without resistance or fear.
See, now you're starting to sound like the Steel Girl.
Worse still, now everyone knows our flank is exposed. Oh my gods, Ludwig is going to eat us alive.
Let me deal with her. With history.
Do you hear yourself? You honestly think a little history is enough to spare us the Hangman's Noose? There's nothing to be done. All we can do is brace for the inevitable, though it may damn us in the end.
Now, did you kill the Claviger? Don't forget why I'm here. Dream Scourge.
Oh, yes, that.
You sounded more concerned the first time, Ambassador.
I'm sending you to Fior Messiverno, a community of Valian expatriates deep in Emerald Stair. The Animancers may have some knowledge of the Dream Scourge already. Learn whatever you can from them.
Where does Fior Mesinferno fit in with the Dream Scourge?
My sources tell me the Dream Scourge is a plague of the soul, and souls are their trade. If we have anything in common with Animancers, it's a shared interest in curing the Dream Scourge.
I can't say I'm too familiar with Animancy. What do I need to know?
Nor should you be. Animancers draw power from the spirit world. Their dark research can twist, break, even corrupt the very soul.
Okay, like any other idea, and he's very much not about it.
The Empire has no tolerance for animancers, and with good reason. Their work is dangerous, heretical.
I'm surprised you work with people you think are heretical.
Well, you know what they say about the enemy of my enemy?
Hmm.
Animancers may be an unpredictable sort, but they are scholars and keenly aware of their environment. Make no mistake, the Empire is at war with the Dream Scourge, and we need allies on our side.
And afterwards? Understood.
If you have any further questions before I dispatch you to Emerald Stair, now would be the time.
What do you expect me to find?
Answers. Nothing more. We need all the help we can get, even if it means appealing to animancers. I believe that covers everything. Governor Vidaro will be your first point of contact. I'm told he's barely keeping the community in order. Seek him out if you need direction.
I think we'll probably actually engage with the settlement before exploring this time around. I'm glad the game didn't punish me in a way that some older RPGs will have done, but in this case, I want to get a feel of the land first.
Good hunting, Envoy.
Hmm. Oh! This must be Ludwig. Oh, that mask was in the opening. Oh, he is so panicked. The game is really giving it its all for it. Whoa! Burning face.
Hilgard. Why is it that whenever I hear your name, it's because you've disgraced the Empire?
Oh, I know this voice actress, I'm sure.
No. Strangling light. Keep her away.
Ooh.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
Inquisitor Ludwig. So kind of you to join us.
That's some fancy plate you're wearing.
While you brood over the Dream Scourge, this island is coming apart at the seams.
Stay your wrath. Allow me to present the Adiran Envoy, dispatched by the Emperor himself, to aid us in our time of need.
Ludwig, it's been a long time.
Do I know you?
Oh! My heart! I courted you before that incident in the Deadfire. Don't you remember?
What happened in the Deadfire was a long time ago. Anything that preceded it was another life entirely.
Well, that answers my question. It had no bearing. It was to be snuffed out here.
Ah, the old "it was another life" brush off. That has to hurt.
It does.
Much has changed since we last saw each other. I am both more and less than I used to be. And you.
Me?
There is a dim corner of my memory that you occupy.
Oh, wait.
Old feelings I thought long since banished.
Well, I'm a tree and you're a flame, so this can't have gone over well.
I will observe you with interest after I am finished with the ambassador. I can't believe you troubled the Emperor to send an envoy. Haven't you done enough to flaunt your incompetence?
An ornate hood as well.
Under the circumstances, I thought it might be...
Silence. You busy yourself with the Dream Scourge. A mere fever and chills, leaving the real work to me.
No, I promise it's a big problem. I've experienced the horror of the Dream Scourge firsthand. We must stop it before it spreads.
Even if that were to happen, the living will replace the dead. We will ship them in by the hundreds to fill the empty houses.
Oh man, we are not going to see eye to eye, are we?
Oh, gods, Ludwig.
I have scoured this island and faced the truths from which you cower. The Living Lands is on the brink of total collapse, and you have ignored the discontent in your own city. Now, the Envoy's killer roams free, unpunished, spreading word of our ineptitude.
The blame is mine, and mine alone.
Huh. Why is he taking the blame for me?
Awfully generous for the ambassador to take the fall like that.
Exactly.
I wonder when this will come back to bite us.
We should be better than this.
I want to cut this off
Leading by
now and say it was
example.
me.
This island has seen nothing but us at our weakest. What say you?
How do you know so much about what I'm doing?
I have eyes in every corner of the city, and they do not rest.
If you're done eviscerating me, you'll be interested to
No,
learn I'm
Ambassador,
sending
I had
the
more
envoy
questions,
to
you
the
son of a-
Animancers of Emerald Stair.
You are ridiculous. Emerald Stair is under assault by the very wilderness it claims to have conquered. The Animancers cling to pride and tradition even as they dig their own graves.
Animancers could help us fight the Dream Scourge.
Wielded in the wrong hands, it could also destroy everything we've built here.
It's interesting that bit above the nose on the helmet kind of looks like a keyhole. It's fascinating design.
Clearly, I've wasted my time with you, Ambassador. From now on, I will break the frontier on my own terms. You are free to disagree with my methods, but you cannot stop me.
Oh no.
As for you, Envoy, farewell.
What happened to observing me?
This reunion was unexpected, but not unwelcome.
Okay, they're paying it a little lip service. The heavy boot. And he shit himself. And the scales of justice on the mantelpiece. Ah, I see what you're doing, game.
She is going to be a problem.
He doesn't share our concerns about the Dream Scourge.
No. She invents a crisis, then runs off to solve it, usually with bloodshed. Put her out of your mind. The Dream Scourge is more than enough for us to chew on, at least for now. Oh, before I forget, Liviana gave you a clean bill of health. You're cleared to leave for Emerald Stair. Fair warning, Animancers and Adirians don't mix well. Their kind can be a tad unhinged.
So can ours. Just the way I like it.
Well, in that case, you should fit right in.
They're a fun bunch. Crazy, but fun.
Wonderful. Now I have to keep a tight grip on my soul on top of everything else.
I hate to say it, Marius, but I'm eager to meet our next companion.
Should you cross paths with Ludwig, well, try not to. I have no idea what's gotten into her. Safe travels. I'm told Emerald Stair's beautiful this time of year.
We can head to the Eastern Gatehouse when you're ready to go to Fjord.
I haven't seen Ludwig just murder somebody in the street on our way here, but there we are. Okay, journal is clear. The star metal is definitely something for elsewhere, probably Solace. Then, well, it wasn't Clavige's Landing. Yes, it's down here. We'll get to the door, and then we will call it for the evening. I think getting into a whole new zone is best spent at the start of next stream. Rather than opening the door and going, oh, goodbye. Do I have anything we can sell off before we go? I can go to camp. They don't weigh anything, so that's fine. One a gate, nothing to worth worrying about. Should probably store that gun at camp. I don't need it yet. Something might come along where I need a long range weapon. I'd rather have one on hand in case a puzzle or something comes up. Shoot a rope in the distance. Alright then. I will say with that, folks. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed yourselves, don't forget to hit that like button. Help push the video through the algorithm so more folks can come hang out, play some games with us. Subscribe for more content here on the channel. On the weekdays, we're at 9 AM GMT with World of Warcraft, and between 4 and 6 on the evening, we start up with other games. At the moment, of course, Avowed. And you can find playlists to all the other games we've covered right here on the channel in that playlist section to binge to your heart's content. So until next time, folks, much love, take care, and bye-bye.